sure most of you have heard by now. There's a rumor going around that the young butterball, Gervonta Davis, may be fighting Keith Thurman in his very next fight in what is another JV kind of controlled situation. Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, more kid stuff. You know what I mean? I say it's kid stuff because at the age that Gervonta Davis is, you shouldn't have to coddle him this much. Now we can't be too forward with the criticism in reference to a potential Thurman fight because we don't know that he's going to be fighting Thurman. That's just a rumor. But if he were to fight Keith Thurman, it's like, what would be the point of that? What's the point of that? Keith Thurman hasn't been relevant in years, and I mean, he's of no relevance to his own division, so fight him there for what, if that is the plan? We don't know that that's the plan. What we know is that Calvin Ford has been hinting at something that at least he thinks is big, you know? Something that at least he says is supposed to be a major fight or something like that. It could be Thurman. It could be Sean O'Malley. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Sean O'Malley. I wouldn't. Because Sean O'Malley of the UFC has been trying to plant those seeds for a potential Gervonta Davis fight. And a Devin Haney fight. He threw his name out there too. He wants that crossover money. I don't think that crossover money is now what it used to be because the mystique of an MMA fighter versus a boxer has all but dissipated. Most people now are of the understanding that if the boxer fights the MMA fighter in the cage, that favors the MMA fighter. If the MMA fighter fights that boxer in a boxing ring, it favors the boxer. Most people understand that now. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's Sean O'Malley, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's Keith Thurman either, because they're tactless, you know? In their mind, they might think of that as a big fight. In reality, Keith Thurman has no marquee value here today. It's not 2017, 2016. It's not. The last time he was really relevant to the sport was circa 2015, 2017. And yeah, he came back in 2019, but he lost. He lost to a 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao, and he stayed away from the ring for another 2 years after that. And in the last 3 years, he's boxed once, and that was over a year ago. So if the plan is to put Gervonta Davis in the ring with this kid, I wouldn't see what the point of that is. Then again, I don't see the point in most of Gervonta Davis's fights. I don't see the point. But that's what people are talking about. That's the rumor that's out there in the boxing cosmos, that he might fight Keith Thurman. Am I supposed to be excited? Because I'm not. You know? That's not a good fight. That's not a fight you need to pay $80 to see. What is must-see TV about that? And then a part of the rumor is that it's supposed to be at a catch weight. It's supposed to be at a catch weight of 145 pounds. You have so many people claiming that Terrence Crawford fought a drained Errol Spence Jr. And there are people that don't want to give him credit for that, even though Errol was fighting at the same weight that he's been fighting for years now. The same weight where he held 3 titles. The same weight where you guys said he was the big fish. So if you think that Errol was drained for fighting at a weight that he's been fighting, what would you call fighting Keith Thurman at 145? What would you call what he did to Ryan? A catch weight and a rehydration clause. That's not drained. That's not drained. But fighting a welterweight champion at welterweight, that's drained. It's reached the point to where a lot of the arguments, they're not even worth entertaining because they're so asinine. You give Davis full credit for catch weighting and rehydration clausing a prospect. Not a champion, Not an elite level lightweight, not an elite level super lightweight. You had to catch weight a prospect, basically. And Davis gets full credit for that. We're supposed to be excited that he's fighting a Keith Thurman, if he does end up fighting Keith Thurman at 145 at a catch weight. We're intended to be excited about that. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Marquee-wise, I don't know what a fight like that would do at the box office. I would imagine it does the conventional 220, 250,000 reported pay-per-view buys, if it even is that. I mean, I have no inclination, no inkling to buy a fight like that. And perhaps that's why Showtime Boxing finds itself in the situation that it finds itself in. Everybody's talking about how big a year they're having because of Davis versus Garcia, because of Spence versus Crawford, because of the Canelo multi-fight deal, making no light of, most of what they're giving you is pay-per-views. Most of it. Which means that you must not have no budget for boxing. That the boxing budget must have shrunk so bad that all you can do are pay-per-views. And I've made this argument many times that, there's fights that belong on pay-per-view. There are. Obviously, Davis versus Garcia, but not Davis versus Hector Garcia. Obviously, Crawford versus Spence, but not Benavidez versus Plant. Not Benavidez versus Andre. And then you start to wonder, well, what do you guys have on the regular schedule? We're in September, and we're pretty much all through September. There's only 1 week left, which is next week. And there's no fall schedule. Now, I'm not saying that they don't have one. I'm asking, where is it? Because we see what Top Rank has. We see what Matchroom has. A little bit what Boxer has and Queensbury. We see what, fall and winter might look like for them. But where is the Showtime schedule? Because Showtime used to roll out a comprehensive schedule of fights that were not pay-per-views. They weren't pay-per-views. Now, all you get are pay-per-views. Mostly, all you get are pay-per-views. So, they find themselves... I think they find themselves in a compromising situation. And we're going to talk more about that, We're going to talk more about that. What could they have done to avoid this? Because this is not something that happens overnight. You don't really end up in this situation because of any one thing. It takes years of screwing the pooch before you get to this point. It takes years. And change the music a little bit. And, it's kind of like plaque buildup in the arteries. It doesn't happen right away. It happens over time. It's one of those things that takes years and years and years of negligence, years and years of not watching what you eat, years and years of not watching what fights you make, what decisions you make. It takes years. It's not something that happens overnight. That even though everybody's feeling the pinch, even though everybody is, it's not just Showtime. Disney, ESPN, they're feeling the pinch. DAZN is feeling the pinch. But some people are in better standing with their broadcast partner than the PBC is. Yeah, some are. Some are. So we got to see. I'm not jumping to conclusions. I heard the same rumor that Eddie Hearn heard before he heard it, or at least before it was reported. I heard it already. That Al Heyman is looking for a buyer. He's not just looking for a broadcast partner, he's also in the market for a buyer. That's just the rumor. Whether or not you think that's true is up to you. But that's the rumor. That he's looking for a buyer. That Showtime may be out of boxing, maybe, beyond this year. And that they'll probably be limited to doing pay-per-views. I don't know how true that is, because you think about what's supposed to be Garcia versus Lara, right? That's supposed to be a fight that's coming up, ain't it? But hey, you know, do I pity them? Not really. Because for years I've said that they need to do better, that there needs to be more bipartisanship in boxing, because boxing is not like UFC. UFC is one promotion. That means one guy has all the contracts, so he can literally make all the fights within the UFC. Boxing isn't like that. Boxing is actually many times bigger than UFC and MMA. You have several promotional outfits that have broadcast deals. Top Rank has theirs, PBC has theirs, Matchroom has theirs, Golden Boy has theirs, Queensbury, Boxer, they have their platform deals. And those are just the ones that we talk about. There are others. You know, in Australia, you have No Limit. You have Duco Events. You know, it's a world sport. So you could never survive, or it could never in the long run work out to where you live in a biosphere. It can't, because boxing is a global sport, and no one promotional outfit has all the fights, all the fighters, and holds all the cards. So if their aim was to isolate themselves from the rest of the world of boxing, then you were doomed to fail from the beginning, because that's never going to work. The biggest fight in boxing, marquee-wise, money-wise, that required two promotional outfits to come together. That required two fighters that don't fight on the same side of the street to come together. And they should have learned from that model that, you know what? If we want more of this, we need to work together a little more. We need to stop being enemies, stop fighting, and let's see. Let's be cordial. Let's work together. And they're going to point to like, oh yeah, well they did do Davis versus Garcia. Yeah, but how long did that take? You know, Maypac was many years ago now. That was like close to 10 years ago. And what I'm saying is we should have seen more of that across the board. I've always proposed a bartering process where maybe you say, okay, well, if you send me this champion of yours so that I can do this fight, then I'll send you this guy so that you can do this fight, you know, work together. Because division is what's causing the market for boxing to shrink in America. It's the division. I don't want to see Davis versus Keith Thurman, or Davis versus anyone other than Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, or Teofimo Lopez. Those are the fights as a consumer that I want. And if you're not providing that, you're literally ignoring your consumer base. Now, I'm sure that those are fights that Bob would like to make, because Bob from the get, at least the last 5 or 6 years, he wanted Crawford versus Spence to be a co-promotion, the same as Fury versus Wilder. And because we got Fury versus Wilder, you know that it can be done. It can be done if both sides work together. You know? It's a lot of things that led us here. Shout out to my man AJ. AJ says, imagine if the Zone bought PBC. I ain't been in no hyperbolic chamber, bruh. Why I gotta be in a hyperbolic chamber? You know? I've been saying it for years that the sport will grow and it will be bigger if you see more bipartisanship, because you get more of the fights, attract more of the attention and the revenue, instead of trying to substitute it. They still say Davis is this and Davis is that. Brody, only 200,000 people, if that, usually buy his fights. That's not a lot of people. I don't know why they keep trying to act like that's a lot of people in a country this size, but that's not a lot of people. Even as far as pay-per-views go, that's not a lot of people. It's not. You're not growing the sport just because 200,000 or close to 200,000 people bought your shit. That's not growing the sport. I am on pads. I'm a big advocate for performance enhancing drugs. I'm with that shit. More pads, bro. But yeah, man. I feel like bipartisanship could cause the audience in boxing to grow. Because imagine if you heard, okay, we're going to get Navarrete versus Mauricio Lara, or we're going to get Navarrete versus Joe Cordina, DAZN in the UK, ESPN in the US. Imagine, you know, those are things that could get you excited, that would really invigorate two separate sets of fan bases divided by the Atlantic Ocean, divided by water. It would be beneficial. Shout out to Drew. Drew in the building. Drew. Sports is cooked in America right now. The Canelo fight is not selling tickets. Espinoza is silent, and no Showtime schedule. Like Spicy, shout out to the Peds. You already know, Spicy, I'm all about the Peds. I don't care. I need my Osterin. I need my Clenbuterol, my Meldonium, my Nandrolone, my Clomiphene. We out here, Peds. TRT. Need all the Peds out here, yo. All right? And it's just like Drew says, though. Like, I think that they get angry. I think people get angry at me and Drew because oftentimes we're the bearer of bad news. That, yeah, it is that deep, it is that serious, and it's not looking good. And you know, they want us to lie, Drew. They want us to act like it's cookie crunchy, like it's all good when, bro, you can see that the audience is shrinking. You can see that. That's not good for the future of the sport. I'm a lifelong boxing fan. I would prefer that boxing be in a better, more fertile place. But I'd be lying to you if I told you that. I would be lying to you. I have watched the sport go from the forefront of the sporting world to the background, behind damn near everything else. Shout out to the Pegs! Pet chat! Bacon! We're all pet users here, and we're not ashamed of it. We all use steroids in one way, shape, or form. Shout out to the Peds. Shout out to the HP sauce. The HP brown sauce. All right? We've watched, when I grew up, boxing was like the biggest thing. When I was a kid, it was like, yeah, it was big. It was huge. You know? Big fight. It's not like that. Not in America, I want to say. Not in America, because it's important to make that distinction that, believe it or not, boxing is now bigger than it was when I was a kid because there are more boxing markets. Australia is an emerging market. The Orient, Asia, Japan, they have their own market. Eastern Europe has its own market. British boxing is bigger now than it ever was when I was a child. So in the global sense, boxing is bigger. In the global sense, on the world stage. But in America, it's literally smaller than it ever was. It's smaller than it ever was. Shout out to Drew. Drew says, they more mad that Conor Ben is fighting than all this bullshit pay-per-view like Andre versus David Benavidez. They swear more pay-per-views means, yo, because they don't know, bro. Y por más que tú le dices que mira, ¿a dónde está la pelea en el regular schedule? Because those are the fights that you use the boxing budget for. ¿A dónde están esa pelea? Porque tú no me vas a decirme a mí que tú estás gastando todo ese dinero all year for what are nothing but pay-per-views from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. Eso es diciendo que ya que cuando el año se acaba, you will have spent over $1,000 probably on pay-per-views. And you don't see where something might be wrong there. That why do you always have to turn to the fans to subsidize practically every fight you're making? They have to subsidize practically. That's not normal. That's not the way that boxing was. And that's how it's supposed to be either. You know? But they'll pretend these people that don't have lives and don't have wives and don't have jobs or any prospects on the horizon will sit on the internet for hours on end trying to convince you that nothing is wrong, that that's perfectly normal, that literally everything they do is behind a paywall. Showtime's schedule here and now looks a lot like Fox's schedule before they pulled the plug. Before Fox pulled the plug and didn't renew the deal, what were they doing? Nothing but pay-per-views. No fights on the regular schedule, nothing but pay-per-views. And you don't see the correlation where, you know what, this is not good. You shouldn't have to turn around and ask the viewers at home for $80, $80, $80, $80, $80 at a time, all the time, several times throughout the year just to stay afloat. I mean, at least some of these fights should be on regular Showtime. And, you know, the offering that you do get on regular Showtime is a paltry offering. Undercard fights. They're staging undercard fights as main events. Drew says, thank you, Bob Arum and Mr. Honda. Shout out to Mr. Akihiko Honda, the Honorable Akihiko Honda, for giving us championship fights a part of my subscription. The PBC cannot relate. You know? You're not supposed to have to turn to the fans that often in a calendar year to basically subsidize the purses for the fighters. That's really supposed to be reserved for the biggest of the big fights. And that's the way it's always been. And when boxing was a more successful and stable sport, that's the way it was. You were not getting this many pay-per-views, let alone from one outfit. From one, you're getting a bunch of them, you know? It's not supposed to be that way. And when you put things behind a paywall, less people see them, less people talk about them, and the overall audience and market for the sport shrinks because sports ideally are for blue collar guys and common men. So the more accessible you make them, the more powerful they become. You've made it to where you got to spend a lot of fucking money throughout the year just to see a so-so boxing match. You think I needed to pay $80 to know that David Benavidez would beat Caleb Plant? I didn't like I paid it because I know I can flip it and make it back. This is what I do. I'm a Capricorn. We make money. But I'm saying that your average Joe Blow, he shouldn't have to pay that for that caliber of a fight. He shouldn't. He shouldn't. Because we all knew, like, even I knew, yeah, David's going to beat him. Hook or crook, David will beat him. So why is that fight come with that price tag? What makes that fight better than Navarrete versus Valdez, or Navarrete versus Pitufo Diaz, or Navarrete versus este mamagüevo, este tipo? Every fight that kid is in is better to me than a Benavidez fight. Manuel El Vaquero Navarrete. Recoñazo. Pa' que lo sepa. I got an amazing fight from Jose Zepeda and Ivan Baranchik 2.5 years ago, I'll say, in the bubble, no hefty cover charge. A fight that, by and large, had more action, more drama, more guts than 90% of the pay-per-views that we've been charged to see. And that wasn't a pay-per-view. So if you're a consumer, especially in this economy, you do have to wonder, okay, why does that cost that? And you'll always get those guys that want it to be a pissing contest about, oh, well, can you afford it? Brody, I could buy every single one of those pay-per-views. In fact, most of the time I do. But speaking to the common man, the consumer, maybe they can't because this economy, inflation, hoflation, inflammation, right? Everybody don't got the bread to be doing that every other fucking weekend or every fucking month. These pay-per-views are too close together. And I've been alive long enough that I know it's not normal for there to be this many box office fights. This is a byproduct of an instability, which I believe, and so does Drew, was created by those who wanted to isolate themselves from everyone else, from those who thought they could work as a biosphere in what is a global sport. It doesn't work like that. If that was your plan, it was doomed to fail from the beginning. You know? Got some more super chats. Let's get to the super chats. think I passed them. There's another one. Shout out to Drew. Shout out to Drew for the super chat. They're not even stacked pay-per-views. Like, they're not. They're not like you used to get. You used to get an event back then, not just a main event. The whole card would be great fights. The whole card. Now you're lucky if the main event is worth remembering. Now you're gonna tell me that Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis, that was memorable? What? Because Ryan was the best lightweight? No. Because Ryan was the best super lightweight? No. Because he proved so much up until that point? No. He's just a popular boxer on Instagram. That's what lended itself to the scale of the fight. But as far as the fight and the fighting, there was nothing memorable about that fight. I don't even like Gervonta, and I knew he was going to knock that kid out. There's no intrigue. There's no mystery, no mystique. I don't even like Gervonta, and I knew he's going to knock him out because this kid, you trying to skip steps to get to the bag, and you did that, but you got knocked the fuck out. I don't know what kind of boxing career that is, man. Bob Arum is giving us Shakur and Navarrete on the same. Dilo, coño. Bob Arum! Saving boxing, one top ranked show at a time, bro. One top ranked show at a time. Now I'm opening up the chat to the panel. You know. Get this boxing talk out here. You know what I'm saying? I love my reverb because it feels like what I'm saying is really important, even though it's not. But because there's an echo, it's like it sounds like it's coming from Zeus or some shit. You know what I mean? Zeus, I want to order Chinese food, and I probably will. My wife will get mad at me because I love ordering takeout, but she's not in control, and I am.
There go Chris with the crispy mic. There go Chris with the crispy mic. There go Chris with the crispy mic. There go Chris with the crispy
fucked
mic.
up mic. There go Chris with the fucked up mic.
Come
There
on,
go
bro.
Chris with the
Come on.
fucked up
Don't do
mic.
that. Don't do
There
that.
go Chris with the
mic sounds fucked up.
There go Chris with the
Yeah, I'm
fucked
trying
up
to change
mic.
my image on this channel, man. I'm trying to change my image,
Go
man.
Chris, you see the old Cabbage Patch shit? There go
When he did
Chris
the
with the
Cabbage
fucked
Patch
up
shit,
mic.
that's how I knew
There
my
go
image
Chris
was
with
going
the
to be
fucked up mic.
disgusting on
There
this
go Chris.
channel.
I would do the running man if I was standing up. There go Chris with the fucked
Come
up
on, bro.
mic.
The Cabbage
There
Patch
go
is
Chris
bad,
with the
but the
fucked
Running
up
Man?
mic. There go Chris with the
Jesus
fucked up
Christ.
mic. There go Chris with look. Let's get to the boxing, bro. Let's get to the boxing. So look,
Yeah, let me
all
answer your
jokes aside,
question about,
wait, all jokes aside, I want to get these in because we're probably only we're a little under an hour away from the main event, so we do want to get into this. Who do you guys have winning? Zhang versus Joyce. How do you see that fight? Because it seems like people are more split on this than perhaps they were immediately after. You know, immediately after the first fight, everybody said, "Yeah, Zhang will beat him again." But
Yeah.
now it seems like people are having doubts. So who's got Zhang? Who's got Joyce?
Joe, want to start? Want to start from top to bottom, Jules? Start a roll.
Good.
not it's customary for that to happen during a fight night because it's a theater of the unknown, but we all know these variables. Zhang, shot for shot, is quicker. We know Zhang can land his punches from the first round to the sixth round. We don't know the sixth round to the 12th, but we know Zhang can put enough damage on him to cause another type of stoppage like we saw in the first time, because you have to understand this is a guy that was 30 pounds lighter who was slower than a guy who was 20 pounds heavier than him in the first
That's
fight.
facts.
I'm not,
Yep.
If you
I'm not,
that's
I'm
the,
not,
that and that's what makes this like he came in 25 pounds heavier. What like
Well, I mean, they both came in heavy. I mean, but
yeah,
I mean,
but
Zhang is
Zhang,
naturally fast. He's naturally quicker. I know that. He's
the
naturally
shit is that's my point. That like you came in 25 pounds heavier. Well, that shit ain't gonna make you faster.
Nah.
That lets
That's why
me know that fucking how much work did Joe really put into this camp?
But you know what the thing is, before because I gotta go to Leo. I'm gonna say this, Drew. Maybe what he think is if there's more weight behind the punch, he could take him out. Because other than that, I'm like, well, why would you come in that much heavier? What would be the point?
And you know what you said? Remember what you said after the fight when you said, oh, he's going to come in heavier? What, so he could take more damage? What the fuck?
So that's how I look at it. That like, yes, on one hand, you say there'll be more weight behind the punch. But remember, opening up and taking the offensive, that's why you lost. That's why you lost.
I mean, Jules, you just said, like, I mean, Joe putting on that, you think it's going to increase his punch, but now Zhang is heavier too. Is that not going to do the same for him?
Did I just notice you have an X across Joe's eye on the graphic?
But no, I think yes. I think it's obvious that his plan is knockout.
All right. Let's get back to the predictions. Whoever there go Chris with the fucked up mic. There go Chris with the fucked up mic. There go Chris with the fucked up mic. You gotta fix who the fuck got a reverb? Because mine's is off. Now Julio. All right, let's get to the shit. Now let's do this shit. Julio, how do you see this fight? Who do you think is gonna win this fight?
I'm picking Zhang mid-round stoppage, but once again, this is still a competitive fight. Like just because like Joe Joyce lost to another good heavyweight, like I'm not gonna hold that against him. So if he wins this time, you know, fuck it. Like give him his credit. I'll eat crow, and I wouldn't be surprised by it. Also, I think he came in heavier, but if you look at his physique, he recomped really well. Like he looks like he's in shape.
He doesn't look fat and flabby though.
So obviously his plan is knockout. Like he thinks that okay, I can probably knock him around if I stay as Big Joe Joyce. Like be who he has been always. Just try and walk him down. And we've seen that happen. Like we just saw Counterpuncher get the shit beat out of him earlier by a guy who we thought was going to look smaller, but actually looked bigger, which was Navarrete and Valdez. So it's possible, but I still like Zhang.
Okay,
look at the frame. Look at the frame of Navarrete compared to Valdez, man, bro. Navarrete looked like he could have been 130 starting his whole career, but objectively speaking, the person that has speed of hand with punching power like that and puts his hands together and has good enough defense not to get hit, you gotta go with that guy. You gotta look at it.
All he gotta do is put a right hook behind that left. All he gotta do is add a left hook. He go home early, bro.
Yeah, but let's look at it
as the only one that picked Zhang by stoppage, the first fight on the panel.
I don't think you were the only one. Michael picked him.
Michael, the fans win. But
the fans did
win. The better boxer, Zhang. And his last few fights, Zhang has shown us he's the more durable guy.
I mean, you know what this shit is? That Jerry Forrest shit is never far in my mind because, damn, dog, how do you look like that with Forrest, bro? But he made up for it with Hergovic.
He had a kidney related ailment, and
how we know his kidney not gonna start fucking with him tonight? How do we know?
Didn't he drop Forrest like 3 times in the first round? He did, right?
Yeah, he did.
I just think Zhang, after that fight, the confidence, Drew, you saw the way he was pressing Joe in the press conference in the first fight.
He's confident now. He confident now too. Like he been talking shit.
Hot shit though. He's been.
We stopped him in the last fight, so he doesn't have a reason not to.
You know what I'm saying?
Julio said it. Jules said it. Joyce could gain all that weight. It still don't stop the left hand from fucking his eye up.
That's what I'm saying. That like the adjustment that he has to make is small enough that he could do it, but it's significant enough that you should have did it already when you was in the first fight. They're like, yo, dog, he's landing the same punch every round. Can't you, like, are you gonna do something about that or not, bro? Like,
hang on. Are you telling me that gaining all that weight doesn't provide extra padding to your face?
It sounds crazy, but it doesn't. I thought it would. I thought it would.
Well, we're about to find out in about another hour. So
this is what I'm saying. A guy who was 25 pounds lighter, still punching like molasses, like slow. Like it's alarming how slow Joe Joyce is.
Well, he lost weight and he was slow in the last fight. So it's like, what the
that's horrifying, bro. Like I don't think people understand is like, yo, I got better hand speed than Joe Joyce, and I'm grossly out of weight. I'm so dead out. I'm not even trying.
Bro, hit the fucking gym, bro. What the fuck, bro?
Well, that's to tell you that Joe is making the right choice then. Joe's making the right choice. He's never been quick, so he's like, fuck it. Like, why did I even try to lose the weight in the first place? He's never been quick. He's never going to be quick. So he's just doubling down on what he's good at. That's all he can do.
If the strategy is jab and grab, and I don't even know that he's that cerebral. Yo, whose fucking mic is
He's
that,
not.
man?
I don't even know
whose
if
mic
he's
that
that
is.
cerebral.
You know whose mic that is, bro.
That's not right.
Now, let me say that I know it's funny, Drew, but I'm like, if Salas, because remember, it's not because of Joe, it's because of Salas that I'm like, if the strategy is jab and grab for the first 6, he could win. That I'm not really trying to do nothing to you in the beginning. I'm trying to get you over the hump past the 6th round, and then I'm gonna do my Joyce shit. You see what I mean? That all the adjustment is small enough that he could. Hold on, fam. I'm still talking. The adjustment is small enough that he could do it, but at the same time, why didn't you?
Do you not think Zhilei Zhang can't take a half step back and throw that left hand right hook and try to pivot afterwards? Because he still has enough. For a 40-year-old man, he's the more athletic fighter of the two. Let's not, people have to understand, 25 pounds lighter, you didn't have any speed
slow
or
as shit.
spots.
Okay,
Slow as shit.
you're in Zhang's corner, Jules. You know the adjustments that Salas is giving Joyce. What are you telling Zhang?
I tell Zhang, I want you to condition him. I would tell Zhang if I'm Sean, what's his face? I want you to condition him to look for your left hand because he'll remember it from the last fight. And he may have something for that. But what I want you to do is add an uppercut. Don't add it every time. Add an uppercut. He won't expect that. Just condition him for the left. Don't throw it with the same conviction all the time. Change the cadence on that counter left. Pop him with it if you could pop him with it. But here and there, add an uppercut or a right hook because that's what he's not going to expect. And that's what'll finish him. If you could boop, you could get him out of there because Joe uses a high guard, which is why the punch could either get around the glove or straight down the middle. I didn't see Zhang throw an uppercut, and guy that big, I mean, he could hit the fluidity of his movements is only but so much, but he is faster than Joe. He is, even though he was heavier.
I mean,
he's
it's
still
like
faster. Punch is still snappier.
I mean, you could pop Joe in the face with a punch and then break his guard and
because by the 4th or 5th round, Zhang was like bouncing and styling on.
And the other thing is that the good thing about Zhang that they said that you know what you got to consider that too. They know where they are. They saw the judges' scorecards and they're like, "How the fuck was he up?" Now, see, we got to knock this motherfucker out. That's what the dude said. His trainer, he's like, "How the fuck did one of the judges have Joe up?" And it's a real question. Like, fam, that man was getting his ass whooped. How could he have? And all this talk about, he was starting to come on. I watched it again. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck these people talking about, bro. That dude, if anything, he was staggering.
That was wishful thinking. That was wishful thinking. Is all that was.
He was coming on to Zhang's fist, maybe.
Yeah. Does Team Zhang push for the WBO mandatory?
They said they want Fury, bro. Make it out what you will. They said they want Fury.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
They said they want Fury. Now look, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. I'm gonna smoke this. Wait. First, let me read the super chat. M.A. Bustamante, shout out to my man M.A. Saludos Ring. Yo, when you and I were kids, pay-per-views were limited. That's right, to the year's 2 biggest fights. I remember one card with Tyson. They used to put Christy Martin on it. And look, Christy Martin, go watch her fights. Somebody getting fucked up. You know what I mean? That you used to really get quality for less back then. You're getting way less now, and it costs more. So it's like, nah, son, something gotta give. Shout out to Domo, Chris's mic fund. This is a shout out to this. I want y'all to send all the proceeds to buy Chris a new mic to me. Cash at me, super chat me, and I'll make sure that I get the money. All right.
And you're not gonna send me no goddamn mic. Don't dare.
I'm not, but I'm not. Now, y'all get on this right here. Y'all get on this right here.
Something fishy is gonna happen at that Fury fight. They're gonna work it to get a second one.
I think so. I think so. I believe that. I can really believe that.
They have no scruples. And
is anybody really caring for that fight though? I don't see really people even talk about it.
And you know why they don't care for a rematch if something fucking crazy happens.
Hey, y'all call me crazy. Call me crazy, but like if this fight happens with Tank and Keith, I think Tank knocking out Keith.
MMA fans are more excited for the Fury and Ngannou fight than any boxing fan.
Yeah, that's because MMA fans are used to trash.
Yeah, that's for real. But
most of them don't realize that the guy who's not going to win that. I mean, like that's just what's funny. So I mean, but it is what it is.
Let's look at this. Yo, this Tank versus Keith Thurman thing.
I got Tank knocking him out. How about y'all?
I say this: Tank is not a confident boxer, bro. Because let's really look at it.
Oh, he's not.
This is the third time you catch weighted somebody. Yo, it's gonna come a point in time that you can't catch weight these dudes no more, and we're gonna want to see how you deal with bigger, girthier fighters.
We've been wanting to see that for years.
Did you say bigger, girthier? Pause.
That's what she said.
That's what she said, not me. But like all jokes aside, bro. But like, it's just like, yo, Tank, what are you doing in your career? Why are you not fighting dudes in equal fights, bro? Like literally, we all knew you've been scared since the Pedraza fight, but you found a way to win a world title then. Why can you not fight these guys on equal footing? Like, yo, I do this with people from time to time, and I'm gonna name Gervonta Tank Davis's resume. Like,
Chris, I'll answer your question. Spence versus Crawford. That's why.
Yo, bro, that's not even Spence versus Crawford, bro. But from Jose Pedraza, this is the 17th fight, and we're gonna count it down. Jose Pedraza, Liam Walsh, Francisco Fonseca, Jesus Cuellar, Hugo Ruiz, Ricardo Nunes, Yuriorkis Gamboa, Leo Santa Cruz, Mario Barrios, Isaac Cruz, Rolando Romero,
Richard Rowley.
Yeah, Hector Garcia and Ryan Garcia. From his first title win, which was his 17th fight in 2017, who is he for?
Latinos.
Guys that don't sell.
He's not allowed to fight black fighters, bro. That's just how. Let's just keep it 100, bro.
So you think that's a Floyd thing?
I think that's
exactly. It's a Floyd blueprint.
I mean, like he said,
what prime athletic fighter did Floyd fight that was black?
It's an Al Heyman thing. He doesn't want him fighting black people. It's just that simple.
Floyd said we're keeping everything in house. He said we're not gonna, to leave Shakur and Devin alone. We're keeping it all in house. We're not making promotional companies great. So that's why.
Hear me out though. Hear me out. I do remember him calling out a prime Shane Mosley when no one wanted to fight him. I do remember he calling out.
Did he fight him?
But it's. I don't think
Chris.
Hear me out, guys.
Chris, that was when he was on Top Rank and not with Al Heyman.
Yeah, I feel you, but can I like at the end of the day, Floyd has shown motivation in his career. I don't know what Al Heyman did. I don't know what happened to him that beat that motivation out of him. But it's now like his fighters are moving scary because bro, I just named off Gervonta Tank Davis's whole championship run, and the only legitimate fighters. Let's throw a dog a bone outside of Pedraza. His only legitimate fighters is Yuriorkis Gamboa and Leo Santa Cruz. This shit is bad. It's so bad, in fact. Like people keep trying to shoot him Bell, but you can't shoot a dude Bell that's literally fought 3 legitimate fighters. Like Hector Garcia. Hector Garcia was coming up in weight, and Hector Garcia only beat Chris Colbert. What has he done in his career?
Well, hang on. Let me help you out here. Tank is as big a fraud as, almost as much as Colorado right now against Oregon. Jesus Christ, these guys suck. Stop the run, you idiots.
Most of the PBC fighters are frauds.
Oregon busting ass?
Colorado is regularly ranked where they need to be. They weren't expected to win more than 2 games this year.
Okay, but Oregon's
they already won 3.
I mean, you want to know how much of a fraud? Like, if you put Keith Thurman in the ring right now with Jaron Ennis, he doesn't make it past 6 or 7 rounds, maybe not even 5.
I'm telling you this, Oregon's
Oregon. I disagree. I think Keith Thurman gives Boots the toughest fight of his career.
Well, who said that?
Me. Boots can't deal with lateral movement. And that's all pretty much, that's most of what Keith's skill set is.
That's true.
Is boxing while moving his leg.
Outside of the
Yo, fix
Shukachian
that
fight,
mic, bro. Fix that mic, bro, please.
shut up. Outside of the Shukachian fight, when have we seen Boots struggle with lateral movement? Like in
Yo,
the amateurs,
Why do you think he hasn't been matched with movers though?
do you
Still think he
think do you
beats
think
Keith though.
do you think that's something that happened in the amateurs and everything? Like, do you think he's just like can't deal with movers at all?
I just think that he doesn't like the way from what I've like listened to in interviews and like what I've read and seen about Boots. What I've realized is that his IQ isn't as high as people say it is. He's really athletic and he has a lot of skills, but in terms of actually knowing when to apply what, he doesn't like. He's not as high level as people think he is. And I'm not saying he's not going to be the best welterweight because he probably is, but he's not Crawford, and I think Crawford beats him.
yeah, I mean the whole thing. Look, look, man.
Please,
Sort your
bro.
fucking mics out for real. Like I don't know
Nigga,
what the fuck kind of phone.
go to fucking Walmart. You can buy earphones for like $15 to have a mic. If
For
you're
real.
that down bad, bro.
This boot shit is ridiculous to me because you see how hard they are on every other fighter that has proven far more than he has, and and they just ingratiate him for winning fights. Everybody know, like, bro, okay, if it was a champion or something, I could see, but like, the fuck is y'all so over the moon about, bruh? The fuck? He knew he got to get a hard time. Canelo got to get a hard time. Crawford got to get a hard time. Usyk got to get a hard time. But this dude, for beating Dulorme, Castillo Clayton, and Villa, oh, he's God. He is fucking God. It's ridiculous, bruh.
But yo, that Shukachian fight was like, yo, it was such an eye opener because I'm not even gonna hold you. Boots was hitting fresh air a lot of the fucking time. I was like, God damn, bro. Like, what's good with this?
And
He's
all
just
he
hitting,
did
yo,
was the same reason that they called Mean Machine one dimensional, right? Why was it? Because Ray Robinson kept moving around. So how is Boots not one dimensional? How? It's literally the same argument that a bit of movement, moving lateral and being on the defensive, shifting your weight to your back foot. That's why Mean Machine looked bad with Ray Robinson. Well, that's why Boots looked bad with Chukatsian. So doesn't that make him one dimensional? The same as
Yeah,
Mean
but Boots,
Machine? Eurobum.
you
yeah,
know
but
the
Boots
black,
throws a
you
lot of
know the
punches.
black fight fan,
So
you know the black fight fans not gonna call them out because you know black fight fans like Boots. This is what it is.
Shit is childish.
Is
So
that
look,
lemonade?
yeah, man, big serving of lemonade.
Nice.
No, that's piss water.
Shit.
Bro, you drink piss water, motherfucker.
shut your
But
whore
yeah,
face up,
yo,
Chris.
but yeah, yo, this PBC shit, you know, Eddie Hearn, I didn't I didn't I didn't think that he heard the same rumor or that he was privy to the same rumors, but I heard that a couple of what was it, a day ago or 2 days ago? A good source who I won't reveal told me that Heyman is looking now. He's not just looking for a new platform, but he's looking for a buyer. And once again, it's a rumor. You have to treat it as such. But the fact that now Eddie Hearn is saying that, you know, and it's like, yo, there might be some credence to it because the first thing that people say is, oh, well, I've been hearing that. Yeah, but you know what? This year, there have been two waves of layoffs. This year, Paramount is downsizing. So you can't compare it to any previous year before it. This year, yeah, they're cutting budgets for shows, they're canceling shows, they're laying people off. So there is reason enough to believe that, like, yeah, unfortunately. And I'm not even celebrating it because my thing is I would prefer that boxing would be in a more fertile and better place. But that's the reality that all y'all motherfuckers that sit online lying, I don't know what you think you're accomplishing. 220
They're
something,
weirdos.
220 something thousand pay-per-view buys has never been the year mark of a superstar. It's not. No,
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If Mike Tyson got 200,000 pay-per-views back in his day consistently, they're taking him off of HBO and they're washing their hands of Mike Tyson. Let's keep it a buck. We know what superstars are. So I gotta ask the panel a business question. Since this outfit has been having depreciating value, they seem to not get their fighters consistent fights in consistent high paying bouts that can change their families' lives for their marquee fighters. Who would be interested in buying a outfit that is, depreciating so rapidly ever since its inception in 2015?
It depends on what the asking price is, to be honest with you, because it depends on it depends on the value of the contracts that they have. That's what it all boils down to. It depends on what you think Keith Thurman in his mid-30s is worth. It depends on that. It depends on what you think Boots might be worth commercially. It all depends on what are these fighters worth, what are they good for, and versus what they want. Because if you think that somebody's just going to go throw money at you, they're not. They weren't throwing money at you at Showtime. They're not going to throw money at you somewhere else. So the contracts that may be worth something, a 3-fight deal with Canelo, just hypothetically speaking, that let's say, okay, the rumor's true and you got to sell this to somebody. The things that are going to have value are the 3-fight deal with Canelo and Gervonta Davis. Those are things that are going to have value. A guy like Boots, for all this internet talk, no, you don't pay through the nose for a Jaron Ennis. I don't give a fuck what you think he's going to do. Unless he's worth that in terms of dollars, this is not a fighter that you pay through the nose for. He's not. Jesus Ramos, same shit. Tim Tszyu, he pays for himself. We got Leo in the building. Leo.
Another thing, Julius, if this rumor is actually true, are those guys even going to fight?
Because that's the other question.
Look, Boots Ennis, for what I remember, his father was saying he wasn't even under the contract. I mean, it might be released after after this year. It might be released. All those guys, those guys, they are not fighting on pay-per-view. They're not gonna gain any fucking fights. I don't think so. If the rumor is true.
Well, I think also you have to remember, like, people are fucking idiots. Like, they think you can judge the health of like a business or measure success only by the highs. Like, you have to look at the consistency. The PBC is like Big Lots, to be honest. Like, it's just a whole bunch of bullshit there that's cheap. Yeah. But it's bullshit. And like anything else, anything other than the stuff on pay-per-view is absolute fucking dog shit. Except for the Matias fight was good.
One at a time, fellas. It's 3 people talking. Some of the shit on pay-per-view is garbage. Yeah, Ryan and Gervonta. Benavidez versus Plant isn't value for money. Benavidez versus Andrade isn't value for money. And what the fuck do they think they're supposed to get to do their fucking job? Like, what do you think, that we got to break the bank for you to fight somebody with a pulse?
Yeah, if you take away the social media hype, bro, Ryan and Tank should have been on TV, to be honest.
But here's the thing. Like,
part of what happened with
they already had a potential. They had someone looking at it, and they didn't buy it, and it's gotten down since then. When Dana White and Ari looked at buying it 2 years ago,
I can't think of who, because it's not like they're realistic. I don't think any of them are remotely realistic, which is why Keith Thurman hasn't fought. Like, the real reason Keith Thurman hasn't fought is because you think that you're supposed to get an arm and a leg or you're not going to fight. Okay, then you're not going to fight. Life is going to go on, and you're going to become irrelevant. It's going to get to the point to where Clarissa Shields thinks she can beat you. That's how bad it's gotten. And you guys are so fucking ridiculous that you don't even notice that. This guy was once thought of as the #1 welterweight in the world. It didn't last long, though. It didn't last long. In the wake of Pacquiao losing to Horn and Floyd retiring, Crawford wasn't at welterweight yet, and Errol was an up-and-comer, a semi-popular one, but he wasn't established yet. People thought that Keith, immediately after the Danny Garcia fight, okay, this is the premier welterweight, or at least, sort of, because Tim Bradley was still around for a little while. For a little while, he was, fading out, because he retired in 2017. He had a better resume to me, by and large, than Keith Thurman.
And he was doing,
but we knew he was going to retire.
Doing good ratings.
Yeah, and Keith was doing good ratings. So how do you go from that to Clarissa Shields is publicly calling you out, emasculating you because she thinks she can beat you.
Here's why.
It's because,
his
like you
fault from
said,
Grace is PBC. It's his PBC's fault. Well, also his fault for ducking fights, but also how he was moving, fighting twice a year,
But
fighting
it's all
nobody.
of them. It's Keith Thurman, it's Gary Russell, it's Andy Ruiz.
Gary Russell's fucking career is over.
He's another one.
Bro.
Like their business model is designed.
Gary's retired. He's retired.
Like
it's all of them.
Their business model is designed to create fall from graces. Like it's literally designed for like guys to fall off eventually.
Yeah.
What other Russell turned down a title shot at 40? Who was Gary Antoine, right? What did he say?
One at 140.
He said some dumb mystical shit. But also like Charlo, like the next guy to fall from grace is gonna be Charlo because he's gonna get the shit beat out of him next week.
Yeah.
No business fighting Canelo. No business.
Let's say this. Let's say this. Because that one, at least we can say that he did something before he fell from grace. We can say that he did make history for his own division. We can say that because when's the last time there was an undisputed junior middleweight champion?
Right, so but he can't like live off that one factoid.
No, I'm not saying that, but I would say that hand on heart, I feel he deserves it more than David.
Right.
I feel he deserves it more than Demetrius. I do.
That's true, but look, this is what happens though: is that these guys end up losing when they fight someone who's actually good. How PBC fighters normally end up getting their asses whooped by a real world-class fighter, and then they don't fight often enough to like get the ball rolling again. Like, how can you pick up and start new if you're only fighting once or twice a year after that?
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
how does Inoue have a fight scheduled already? And
that's what I'm saying. Scooter doesn't. Fulton doesn't. Like, if you want to bounce back, bro, you have to fight. You have to fight.
It's a three-pronged process in the sense that perhaps where they are now as a business, they don't have the abundance of fight dates to keep these fighters busy. So then you say, okay, then if this platform does not have fight dates for you, you've been relying on them, why don't you expand your horizons and go where fights are? See if you can't make something happen that way. Because if the issue, and I think that's a part of the issue, that Showtime doesn't have fight dates to keep all these guys busy. They don't.
Well, they don't have dates or fighters that'll actually generate some sort of interest. Like, that's why I think Tank is rumored to fight Thurman, because like none of the other lightweights there are going to generate any type of interest. Thurman, at least people know from way back then, and then he fought Pacquiao, so you know he was on TV. He did get eyes, so they kind of know who he is.
Yeah, but I mean, like for that, like for fighting
like
an emaciated,
Edwin De Los
balding...
Santos, like if he fights Edwin De Los Santos, no one's gonna see it. And Edwin De Los Santos is actually a pretty decent lightweight.
Look, I'll tell you that Thurman, Cruz, right? Those are all just like that is so pointless. What the hell would be the point? Whether it's Isaac Cruz again or Keith Thurman, nobody cares, bro. Like, aside from your normal little cult, that you think that because you have a cult and you can make a little bit of money, yeah, you good, but nobody cares about those fights. And you're 28. You're not 18. You're not 23. You're 28. You're coming up on 30. By the time Canelo was your age, he already fought Cotto and Trout and Lara and Golovkin. All right? So this sucker shit, this sucker, like, whether it's Isaac or Thurman, bro, who you think cares about Keith Thurman, bro? I couldn't give less of a fuck about Keith Thurman, bro. Retire, bro.
That guy that has a channel lunch truck cares about him.
That's his prerogative.
But did y'all see? Y'all see how he kept calling him kid? How he kept calling Bud kid?
Yeah.
Like,
Look, I think recently what's starting to happen is a lot of these guys, like Lunch Truck and others on the internet, they're starting to realize that they don't your opinions do not matter. They're not important. Because what you're saying is not true. And they're losing their minds. Like that one guy's literally lost his fucking mind because he's realizing...
Well, the thing is that these people, I think that among content creators, there's an ego thing that happens to where they believe that they can change the wave or swim, be like a salmon swimming against the current when you're supposed to reflect the market. You don't dictate the market. You're supposed to reflect the market. So when you see a Keith Thurman and you don't lambast him like, dog, Errol was in a car accident that almost killed him. And it took him less time to come back than it took you after you lost the Manny, which means you sitting out for 2 years is inexcusable. It cannot be excused. And if you're doing anything other than criticizing him for it, then you're part of the problem.
But you said it yourself. It's cult. Like, bro, when they said, they were like, yeah, the layoff stuff doesn't matter. It's just a myth. Ring rust is just a myth. Like, okay.
They literally were saying that the week of the fight.
They're just watching shit and then trying to justify it by just double speak, basically, like some 1984 shit.
Julio, this is how stupid people are. It's the same thing of like this shit with Andrade. Like Andrade has chose to fight bum after bum.
Yeah, that's the reality. If this is how you know he shot himself in the foot, and I think most of you will agree, Yanni Beck is more beatable than Benavidez under these circumstances. And you chose to pee and shit on that fight when you know that was a more winnable fight than the one you're about to have.
Mm-hmm.
You fucked up the Zach Parker fight too.
Not just pee, but also shit on the fight.
Not once, but twice. He pulled that at the Parker fight.
I'm saying that was and I maintain. Yeah, I sound like a broken record. I don't give a fuck. It needs to be said. You could have told Bob, yeah, I'll fight your boy, and let's do some business after that. I'll fight your boy. See if you can't get me to the UK. But these dudes do business backwards. It's like the whole shit that like the young bitch should be her whole youth and parts of her 30s, the way it gets sad, and then at 40 you want to find God. Oh, now you want to find God, right? Oh, now you want to fight somebody, right, Andre? Now, because you ain't got a goddamn choice. You in your mid-30s, bro.
See,
but you can do something.
What really did it for me, I mean, with Demetrius was how when he complained that John Ryder was fighting Canelo. I'm like, bro, you kidding me?
Come on, bro.
Like, are you serious?
Come on, bro.
It's entitlement, bro. It's entitlement, bro. It's plain old entitlement.
The other thing, Julius, is look. I'm sure there. For example, you have the NFL. I'm sure there's a bunch of fucking teams that they don't win anything, and they still have fans. But those players go out and play. There is no fucking explanation. There is no fucking reason to be a fan of a fighter that one, he doesn't want to fight, and you can see the guy is scared.
Yes.
Thurman was scared. Danny Garcia was scared of Terrence Crawford. There is no way you can justify that shit.
I'm glad for the plain speak, because sometimes I feel like when I say it, I convolute it when it's simple. You didn't fight Terrence because you were scared. I don't romanticize boxers. You didn't fight him because you were scared. They offered you more money than you made with Ivan. They offered you more money than you made with Granados. They offered you $3 million plus a pay-per-view upside. And if you believed that you could beat him, then you would have fought him. You didn't believe you could beat him, so you didn't fight him. Simple.
And with Keith Thurman, it's even worse, because I'm not sure you are that much scared of both. You're scared of fucking boxing at this point. Because you're not fighting anyone. You fought Mario Barnes, for God's sake.
Fuck off a knockout. It's, you know, the shit is so mediocre that they do. I think that the cult, they don't really realize how this looked to the world. Like, bro, this dude, you just fought a dude that just got knocked out at 140 by a 135.
On pay-per-view.
On pay-per-view. And you beat him on points. You couldn't even give the customers a valid fucking knockout. You couldn't do that? You
sad
fucking suck, bro.
Sad thing is, Barrios actually hurt him in that fight. That's what's funny.
Bro.
Like,
he probably knocked a couple inches off his hairline back, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
Oscar Jimenez says Jaron High Heels Ennis. Shout out to Oscar, yo. Mr. T says make sure Chris's mic is waterproof for when New York starts sinking.
Man, Mr. T, why you gotta do that to me, bro? I'm not getting any of that money. Like, no, Juice gonna watch me die out here.
Up, Mike.
Who's the guy who called someone called Jaron? Someone said Jaron pumps Ennis. That shit killed me.
Bro, Jaron Crocs Ennis, bro. It's like you can't make up. You can't.
Jaron Malono Blonix.
Word, right? What's Jaron Balenciaga Ennis, bro? Like you just fancy, bro.
Oh, Jules, pull up that last comment. Pull up that last comment by Efren.
Wait. Let me see. Wait. Let me see. This shit moving mad slow. Wait, let me see. Keith Thurman is scared of men. That's why he wants to fight a war. I'm saying. Look, because the shit is this.
Yeah, that's why he wants to fight Tank.
Right. Mia X. MIA. This the shit that it's like, yo, for real, y'all really sit there trying to like make excuses for these fucking guys when, yo, you a fighter, right? You gotta fight. There's no excuse. Over a year passed, bro. Over a year passed. What fucking lame brain do you gotta be to still be defending these guys? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You defending a fighter that don't fight? Why?
What it is, Jules, is that these PBC fighters thought they were worth everything and are slowly discovering that they were worth nothing all along. Keith Thurman isn't worth any. Why would you pay Keith Thurman to fight anyone?
But also it's basic survival instincts. That don't you got no survival instincts? You don't see where you are right now, bro? You painted yourself into a corner. Only you can get yourself out of it. Only you. And it's like, yo, what I see is, yo, none of y'all got survival instincts. None of y'all. Because if you would have played this right, you would have got more money leveraging yourself against whatever Al has to offer. Like, Al, like, you not putting me in nothing, bro. You know that I could make waves just going to Matchroom just because I go over there. The news, the headlines, the boxing scene, the fight, they all going to talk about it. So if you ain't got nothing for me, yeah, I'm gonna go over there, bro. Simple. I'm gonna see if I could go to Golden Boy. Why? They got a couple of welterweights I could fight. They got Rocha. They had Blair Cobbs. I need fights, and you not giving me that. But what is it? Is it really all on Al? No, it's just like Leo said. It's not just that he's scared of Crawford. You scared of boxing. You don't want to box nobody. You don't want to do nothing.
I mean, Joe Smith, he went to Golden Boy for the Zerto fight. See?
Fighters fight.
Hello.
Fighters fight.
ESPN ain't got nothing for him. He went over there.
In Keith's defense, he did get his ass whipped by a 40-year-old man.
All right, then retire. All right, then retire. It's not complicated because the shit is, I'm a customer, and I think that gets lost in these boxing conversations. They forget what we are. I don't owe you understanding. I don't even owe you fairness. I choose to be fair. I could be obtuse because I'm just the customer. And you either satisfying the demand of the customer or you not. I don't owe you understanding. Oh, well, shit is fuck. Well, I don't care. That's not my problem. I get good shit on ESPN. I'm getting a good show from Matchroom tonight. I'm getting a good one.
You don't even owe them their money, Jules. You don't even owe them their money.
For real. Deed said, got Zhang winning by the 7th round via communist. The communism punch. Shout out to Drew. He said the communism. That's Drew shit. He said that shit. He made that shit up. The communism punch. You know what I'm saying? So it's very simple that there's this some people in boxing and media, they think of this shit as something other than a free market or free enterprise. That, bro, I don't actually care what you got going on. You understand that, right? That's not my problem. You are either satisfying a demand or you not. Just like all these bleeding hearts, for example. Look, I love Sandy Ryan versus Jessica McCaskill as a fight, but it's very obvious why Conor Benn is the co-main event. If you don't understand that, I'm not gonna waste time on you. That, like, you should be able to understand that. Look at how much more talked about this card was when they let you know that Conor was gonna be on it. I'm not a hater. I want everybody to make money, but it's very obvious. Like, yeah, he got to be the co-main. Motherfuckers don't like being realistic when they enamor shit. Like, bro, whatever Keith Thurman was, he not that no more. You gotta let that shit go. He is not that no more. He is at a point where chicks is threatening him. That's where he at. Would you want chicks? Would you want chicks threatening you? Imagine that. Imagine you walking around. Man, I bitch say, yeah, I'll whoop his ass. Imagine, like, nah, you bugging, yo, dog, you fell off.
And everyone believed the chick. That's the sad part. Everyone believes
the
chick.
Part that there's people out there actually picking the chick to beat you, bro. That's how hard you fell off, bro.
That is sad.
You know, be fucked up if Keith just beat the dog shit out of Clarissa. How bad his career would just be like, oh, you beat up a female. Like, yo, she was popping mad shit. You know,
Well,
you know what? Honestly, there's a lot of people who feel she needs to be put in her place, though, too.
But see, the other shit is it's not supposed
I'm one of them.
It's not supposed to get to a point where you got a chick talking about I'll whoop your ass. If it got there, that's your fault. You know why? You could have went to Golden Boy. Yo, listen, man. Your boy Alexis Rocha needs a signature fight. I'm your man. Give me 2 tune-up fights. I want 2 layup fights, 2 easy ones, and I'll fight your boy. Let's make a show. There's nothing stopping you from doing that, bro. Let's be real. You floated from Showtime back to Fox, back to Showtime. What does that tell me? You have at least enough autonomy that you could leverage yourself against Heyman. Like, listen, Brody, y'all don't got me doing nothing out here, B. Y'all don't got me doing nothing. So I'm gonna go to Golden Boy.
And this is why I think he's doing what he did, because objectively speaking, the only reason why Errol Spence got the clout that he got off is because of Floyd Mayweather sicking Errol Spence on him. We all know Floyd ducked that mandatory shot against.
You can't say that, Chris. Like, that sounds stupid, bro.
No, bro.
Yes, it does. If he wouldn't have fought Chino and fought this nobody with a high ass hairline and a ponytail, they would have said, yo, he ducking Chino. That's what they would have said.
Wasn't Chino champion? He was champion, right? In the first fight.
Listen, this is how it happened. Chino had the WBA because he took it off of Broner. Yeah, he took it off of Broner. Right, bang. Floyd fought him after that. He took it off of Chino. But everybody remember, the fight was controversial. So there had to be a rematch. If he would have just, let me just fight this fucking unbeaten nobody with a high hairline and a ponytail, first thing they would have said, oh, you ducking Chino.
Chino in the rematch.
Ducking Chino, you ducking Chino rematch.
Hear me out, though. At that one point in time, a lot of people view Keith Thurman more dangerous than Chino Maidana.
No, the fuck they didn't.
Stop that shit, Chris.
Stop that shit, man. What are you talking about?
Stop that shit, Chris. Don't do that. Don't do that.
2014. Nobody, listen, maybe in closely knit boxing circles, in the street, wasn't nobody talking about no fucking Keith Thurman. It was like, yo, you seen that little Chinese Mexican looking cat that beat Floyd? Yo, he was giving Floyd the business. That's what people were saying in the street. There wasn't nobody talking about no fucking Chico de Kiev. Fuck out of here.
I will say this. I will.
No, go ahead.
Crazy. Yo,
hang
you're
on,
a funny nigga for that. Nah, that's hilarious.
Hang on. I will say this. Thurman should have used that as a promotional tool. Like, oh, yeah, Floyd ducked me, blah, 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 blah. And then turn that around into a fight with Spence because Spence was the chosen one of Floyd Mayweather. Money made. Oh, wait, Thurman's a pussy.
Like, if we're going to be real life, for example, put it this way. Listen, Keith, you're not in line for Floyd. At that stage in his career, he had bigger fish to fry. You don't have to fucking like it. He's the Hall of Famer. You not. He's on the Forbes list. You not. Who he fought at the Chino? After them 2 Chino fights, who he fought? Manny. What? He was supposed to put the biggest fight in the history of fucking boxing. Let me put that on hold. For you?
I know.
That makes a lot of fucking sense. Right now, you not in there. Now, what you should have did, this fake southpaw is buzzing. This fake sounding southpaw is buzzing. I got your boy, B. I'm the fucking man around here, bro. Simple as that. And I'll fight your boy. What they do, you let them develop. You let them get stronger. You let them get popular. All that happened because of you. You could have nipped that in the bud years ago. But what's your problem? Al Heyman told all of y'all, he talked to all of y'all like y'all got the same ceiling as Floyd because he don't know shit about boxing. Why should we do it now when it'll be worth more later? You realize that he'll be a better fighter later, right? You fucking idiot. You realize that, right? Errol Spence. What if I told you that he ruined Errol Spence's career? What if I told you that?
I think Al does know that. I think he does know that. What he says is, no, I can't cash you out right now. I should do that later.
Let me tell you something. It was in 2016, 2017. Miguel Cotto picks up the WBO title at 154. Right? Picks up WBO.
And Errol Spence was supposed to fight him. Yeah, I remember
Oscar
I remember
said,
that.
yo, I'll give you Cotto, bro. I'll give you Cotto. We all know that Cotto was a way bigger draw than some Mikey Gersha. He was a way bigger draw than Mikey Gersha. Your pay-per-view debut could have been Miguel Cotto for the WBO at 154. And I think he would have beat him. Why? Because Saddam Ali ended up fucking beating him. That would have been, then you would have really crossed over. But nah, your pay-per-view debut was Mikey Gersha, and it did what it did, and the rest is history.
Yep. And a sad history at that, man.
I mean, what happened to he thinks he's funny, but he isn't. I mean, he's funny because he's so dumb, because he went on to say he's not a gatekeeper, then went on to literally define what a gatekeeper was.
Bro, he's a fucking gatekeeper, bro. And the shit is like, you don't have, look, if you believe that you're not a gatekeeper, prove it, because that's what this sport is literally all about. This is not basketball. This is not football. This ain't hockey. This ain't tennis. It ain't no tennis racket. This is the closest microcosm for life.
Can I just interrupt you real quick?
No, you can't. No, you can't. If you believe that you're not a gatekeeper, prove it. You know why you haven't proved it? Because you do believe you're a gatekeeper.
Jules, he even said, I'm at the gate. You got to come through me. I'm like, that's what a gatekeeper is, you fucking moron. Then he also said, I'm not McDonald's. You can't have it your way. Whoa, one sec, Drew. Hold on, 1 sec. He said, I'm not McDonald's. You can't have it your way. I'm like, that's Burger King, you asshole.
That dude is a fucking cartoon, bro.
Nobody listens to him.
And ever since he shaved off the rat tail,
I think Timothy Bradley was listening to the live, because he just said, friend of the show, Tim Bradley, just said, Zhilei Zhang is a silver medalist. He knows that if Joe moves to his left to avoid the left, he's going to catch the right hook from Zhang or the uppercut. Who just said Zhang should throw the uppercut?
Hey, man. Shout out to Tim Bradley. No, you my friend. Everybody know I fuck with Tim Bradley.
He just gave your adjustment to Joyce's adjustments.
Everybody know I'm a big Tim Bradley fan. I don't, you know what I'm saying? By all means, if you watch the relay, thank you for your support. You know, that's all I can say. Thank you for the patronage. I love my audience, unlike the PBC that shits on theirs. They shit on their audience.
Yeah,
I don't like their audience. That's the only way I could describe it. That Bob, the last, I'll say 4 years, he knew, because he said it more than once, that where we are now, you can't be charging people $80 fucking at a time for a fight. The market is not what it was. Whereas the PBC in turn did the exact opposite. You raping your audience, bruh.
What audience?
Word. Oh shit. That was good. Let me read the super chat. Oscar says Sean Porter fought everybody, no regrets. Said he didn't want to be a gatekeeper and retired. But that's why he has my respect and they don't. Because Sean did. If you look at Sean's resume, it's not bad, man. Paulie Malignaggi.
Not man.
Great resume.
Fought everybody. Fought everybody, bro.
Fought everybody.
He has a great fucking resume. He let it all hang out.
And unlike the rest of his PBC stable, he actually had the guts to leave the street and go to Top Rank for the fight.
Yeah, you know, so I feel like he's just gonna get a lot, because I remember it's strange how everything reversed. Jamal was the one that was more talked about years ago, but now it's Jermel that gets more talked about. Years ago, Thurman was like the fake golden child for a little while, but now Sean gets the respect. Why? Because Sean fought people. You ran from Spence, and then you gonna come back later like he supposed to give you the time of day. You know what I mean? Like fam, like you fucked your own career up. And even now, you only have one loss. If you really was made out of some good shit, you could turn it all around. You only got one loss. But I know you not what they said you are. None of them guys, like none of y'all is what they say you are.
He knows it too. So
none of them guys.
You could spin it to my only loss is to one of the greatest legends the sport has ever seen. Instead, you're making it
40
years old. 40 years old, bro.
Like, I was about to say. You make it plainly obvious you lost to a 40-year-old man.
Well, it's also easy. It's easy to have those like highlights on your resume when you only fight once or twice a year.
Exactly. Like all you had to do was catch the torch and you dropped the fucking torch.
Like you can fight one bum in February and then fight one of the greats in September and lose, and then you'll say, "Oh well, at least I fought that person, right?" Fuck
exactly. And then take 2 years off.
AJ, I was gonna say a horrible torch joke, but fuck, I'm gonna say it anyway. Ali had Parkinson's and he still didn't drop the torch.
I'm saying he didn't.
For real.
Damn, Chris.
Man.
What
I don't like is the combination. What I don't like is the combination of American arrogance and xenophobia towards foreigners. Because Jeff, for all that slick shit you had to say, people walked away from the Horn fight saying Manny looked old and he might need to retire. That's how they felt after Horn. After you? Oh, they thought he found a fountain of youth. He literally did the Ali shuffle in the fight. Remember towards in the second half of the fight, Pac did the Ali shuffle. He was stunting. I'm like, that's what you get for talking shit, bro. That's what you think that just because you American, you nice? I guess not.
In the second round, Pacquiao did the Ali shuffle. In the third round, he had Thurman trudging to his corner, head drooped down like he got an F on the test on his way to an ass beating from his dad and blood dripping from his nose. It was pathetic.
Trying to tell you, bro. Shout out to Jonathan Lambarena. The heavyweight Chinese Shakur is back. So, yeah, let's get back to some predictions, guys. Who's got Zhang?
Just who you got?
Yeah. I got Zhang.
Yeah, I got Zhang, no question.
Zhang.
With the Kung Pao.
Shakur Stevenson. I got Zhang for sure.
Okay, so who has Joe? Does anybody have Joe?
I do.
You got Joe?
Yeah, man.
Because you're British, Sawab. That's why.
Nah, it's not that, to be honest. I don't know. I see something in pause. Yeah, I mean, there's Joyce. I see something in him. I think he's going to knock out Zhang.
Yeah, Zhang's
I said the same thing last time, but I don't know. This time, look, he came in heavier, but it doesn't look like Tyson Fury type of heavy.
So he has no speed.
What do you want to see? Real quick, what do y'all want to see from Anthony Yard in his comeback?
Knockout,
bro.
I'm not feeling that hairstyle,
bro. Like, just beat the fucking
dude. He about to knock him out, bro.
Kill him quick so we can hurry up and get to the main event.
Exactly.
That's what I want to see.
Yo, you know why I don't like what I don't like about Anthony Yard's team and what they've been consistently doing to his career, which is actually
he accepted his fight 2 days ago.
Yeah, because
shit.
on him.
40-year-old man, bro.
No, this ain't going long. This ain't going long at all.
But think about it like this. Yo, every time you've come back from a tough world-class fight, which you've lost, you put on a good performance, but you've lost comprehensively. You fighting dudes that are cream puffs or bums. Literally, bro. If you want to win a title, you're going to have to fight consistent.
You have to do better than that. Plus, you have to do better than that.
Yes, bro. You're 32. You're not young. You came into this boxing game late 20s, bro. So at the end of the day, you were never going to be a guy that has, a long gestation period in the sport. It's not going to happen for you. We need you to fight some elite level contenders, or
okay.
But we can't.
Chris, at least he fought twice.
No, wait a minute. Wait. See, Chris, you fucking up today. Saying a lot of dumb shit. For starters, this man has fought Kovalev in Chelyabinsk, Russia. This man has fought Artur Beterbiev. I can't look at him crazy when your countrymen who have the amateur background that you don't have, they don't want to do it.
I'm not gonna. He's
Nah,
doing
I'm
it,
with
bro.
Chris. I'm with Chris. Like you
He's
can't live
doing
on
it,
that
bro.
type of shit forever, bro.
He's
But
doing it,
Like
bro.
you can't. His
bro,
legacy. Hold on. His
if you
legacy. Hold on, bro. His legacy can't be defined by 2
I'm
losses,
losses.
I'm
and the
not
fact
saying
that Joshua Buatsi doesn't
I'm
want to
not
fight
saying his
nobody.
legacy is defined by that, but there's a difference between being willing to fight Artur, being willing to fight Kovalev, and a dude who
I feel
literally
you.
got offered a title
I
shot
feel you.
and went across the
I
street.
feel
Yeah,
you.
but
the
he
bitch
can't.
ran away.
But he can't
I
control what
feel
Joshua
you.
Buatsi does. That's fucking
I
irrelevant.
feel
I'm
you.
just saying we
I feel
cannot
you.
act like Anthony don't fight people.
This dude
Y'all
comes
talking
back.
like he
Nah,
don't
Chris
fight
is right.
people.
I'm with Chris. Bro, the baseline is terrible. His highs are very good, but he gets them because of promotional access. He doesn't get them because he's beating top contenders over and over again.
That's a fact.
I'm with
That's
Chris.
a fucking
Who?
fact.
All right.
Let's
So
look
you
at
tell
this.
no. All right then. So you complaining ass motherfuckers tell me who should he be fighting right now?
Bevo.
No, he should not be fighting Bevo. He
How
should be fighting
Bevo
a
left
high
the
caliber.
better beef?
No, absolutely
Yeah,
not.
why not?
He should
Come
be
on,
fighting.
Bevo. Come on,
Yeah, yeah,
you know
yeah.
that shit
No,
don't
Sean
even
yo,
Porter,
sound right.
Julio tried
Sean
to get
Porter
that
fight
man
Crawford
killed.
after Spence, right? Oh,
I
let
got
me
to fight.
take that
How
German
about
dude.
Craig Richards?
Yeah,
How about
never
Craig
mind,
Richards?
Yeah,
I
Craig
like
Richardson.
that fight.
That's
Fucking
great.
What about Gvozdyk?
Bozdick, great.
That too.
Who else?
Bro,
The
you really
winner of
said
Gavazzi is East.
Gvozdyk. The G
Bro,
is
Joe
silent,
Smith.
motherfucker. The G is silent. It's not Gvozdyk.
I said it on
Gvozdyk.
purpose
By the way, I
because
would have said.
I said it
I
on
would have said.
purpose because this slurping of
Joe,
this guy is fucking
By the way, I would
ridiculous.
have said Joe Smith before he's gonna
Oh,
Joe
fight
Smith
he
Zerto.
doesn't
Jr.
have
So
He
access
was
because of the
supposed to fight
promotion.
him. Why
Blah blah
didn't they fight?
blah.
They were supposed to fight, and they didn't fight. Why?
who him and Joe
Look, man.
Smith?
Yeah,
Cause
Yard
you
and
went
Joe
the
Smith is being
cruiserweight,
talked
bro.
about.
That's why.
They both called him the Beast from the East, man. That's why they needed to fight to figure out who's the real Beast from the East.
Did y'all
Man,
see that
I
Frank
can't
Martin?
complain
Did you
about
see
Yard. I
Martin
can't complain
video
about Yard.
where he's basically saying that he wanted more money because Shakur was supposed to get $8 million from Devin?
Hold up.
Big
I'm about to play it for you right now.
What? Okay, fellas. What the hell? Right quick. What the hell was
Telling
Anthony
people
thinking?
that you were asking for 50-50 is a lie.
Man, that's cat. And if he was getting paid what he was getting, if he was getting paid what he say he was getting paid, you know, Devin Haney offered him, from my understanding, they offered him like $8 million, right? To fight for undisputed. And then you got me. Then you got our fight. We fighting for a vacant title. You know, it's WBC. It's big. You know what I mean? But a vacant title, and then everything in his favor. You know what I mean? All I asked for was an extra little you know, and they couldn't give me that. You know, but if he what he told me he was getting paid, if he was getting paid that, he capping about a whole lot. He capping about the money with Devin, what he said he was getting paid, and all that. You know what I mean? That's cap. If he was only getting $3 million, you know, and I was getting an M, that's what he said he was getting. You know what I mean? That's cap. You feel me? Because if Devin Haney offered you $8 million, you talking with? Didn't he say he got paid? He didn't got paid way more than that.
Now let me say, don't say shit. That dude is a loser, bro. You're a fucking
Pussy.
loser. You think like a loser because unless you walking away from an M to an M, what the fuck are you getting out of it? Don't worry about Devin. When he eat, you don't shit. Don't worry about Devin. Whatever he offered, whatever's real, whatever's fake. What the fuck that got to do with you, bro?
Bro, that's
what
what I'm saying.
Like,
that
got to do with you?
Like they asked you, why did you duck Shakur? What the fuck does Devin have to do with this, man?
And these is I'm telling you that this generation, being real with you, is a generation of cowards because y'all really will sit there and defend that dumb shit. Like, Brody, did you walk away from an M and a title shot for something better? That's all I need to know. I don't need to know about Devin because you don't got nothing to do with Devin. Did Devin offer you something now, right? Then what are you talking about, bro?
And why are you worried about Devin and Shakur?
He ducked. I've heard enough. He ducked. That's it. It's the bottom line.
And what are you worried about Devin and Shakur negotiations? What that got to do with you?
Devin is an undisputed champion, right? Or he was, right? His shit is set, settled. Like he about to fight Regis. He got what he gonna do. Shakur got a title shot with or without you. What I want to know is, do you have a title shot with or without him? Do you have an M with or without him?
No, watching pussy.
Shit, and they defend. It's like they defend this shit. You gonna tell me that you willing to defend suck ass shit like that just because he's from your state? Like, are you a fucking idiot or something?
Yes.
If that's how your mind works, you are delayed. You retarded. Like, you retarded. You would rather they don't fight to support him being unreasonable. Brody, a little. What they offering you is the because you don't make that. And you know that. What it really is, Leo said it earlier, but he said it about Keith. I'm saying it about him, bro. The real reason you don't want to fight is because you scared. That's what it really is. It's not all this other shit. Because if they offered you a meal to fight somebody else, well, you're not gonna ask for extra, are you? If they offer you a meal to fight somebody other than Shakur, somebody that's not Shakur, you gonna take it, and you're not gonna ask for a little. You're not gonna ask for nothing. You're gonna take it because you like your chances. The real reason you haggling is because you don't like your chances. That's what all the haggling is. Yeah, let me haggle and be difficult because I know I might not win. That's all it is. Scared. You scared, bro.
30-year-old fucking prospect.
Terrified.
I have a question, just slightly off topic. I know Better Beef made him his woman, but what is Yardy doing with his hair?
Bro, I was just about to say. I was trying to say this. Like, what the hell?
About that shit? Like, that's just like motherfuckers be thinking because they do something different because it's different is dope. Bro, you too old for pigtails. You look retarded.
That's what I'm
saying.
What the hell is he thinking going out
bro?
Looking
it reminds me of that meme from that movie.
I take it back. You know why I take it back? Because if he could get some pussy, go ahead, do your thing, B. If the bitches like it, it's all for the bitches, bro. Ain't it? It's all for the bitches.
That shit just looks weird, man. Well, I don't know what he was thinking. It looks weird to me.
He ain't wearing that shit for me, bro. He wearing it for these hoes. So
where do we draw the line, though? Like, purses, it's for the bitches. Heels, it's for the bitches.
No. I'm saying, all I'm saying, listen. All I'm saying is before I attack somebody for what make them comfortable and what gets them some ass, as long as you getting ass, bro, it's all good. It's all fun under the sun, bro. As long as you fucking these hoes.
This pearl necklace is gonna get me some ass. I swear.
As long as you fucking listen. I got a question for you, Julio. If wearing a pearl necklace would make you seem more attractive to Rihanna, you not gonna wear it?
Okay, yes, fair enough.
All right then. So let's not be haters out here. I'm not a hater, bro.
I thought you say no.
Bro, I'll wear a maid outfit for Rihanna.
Can I get a minute now, you fuckers?
Go ahead.
What's happening, everyone? So listen, Jules? We were talking about the fucking PBC fighters not want to take fights. This has been happening since fucking 2014. A bit further down, 16, 17, when Deontay Wilder didn't want to fight fucking Anthony Joshua for money. He wanted 50% when he wanted 12 million when he didn't even make $1 million yet. Same thing with Spence. He ain't made that much money.
Those are two careers that he fucked up because I honestly believe that if Spence would have took that offer to fight Cotto at 154, he would have been a bigger star. I think that version of Spence could have stopped Cotto. I think he could have, right? And
they thought Oscar didn't offer him enough. Fucking bullshit.
It's like, bro, Oscar, the only guy that's box office in America, who built him? Oscar. He knows what he's doing. You could say whatever you want about his drawers and whatever you want about the hookers and the coke. Bro, that dude knows what he's doing, bro.
To do with boxing.
Got nothing to do with boxing.
No, the biggest example, Jaime Munguia. He ain't fought no one, bro. But his record.
I don't know what fucking Jules would do with fucking some of these broads if they got him cornered in a hotel room. But that's his business. Same thing with AJ. Don't let us see what AJ does with Alicia if he got cornered.
What time is the fight on, man?
You don't want to know.
It's next.
What's it showing on? Is it on ESPN or?
And plus, it's next. Anthony Yarde just knocked out the dude out, so hopefully they can hurry up and get it fucking going.
Well, I mean, is it on ESPN?
ESPN Plus, yeah.
Okay.
Bro, the guy quit. He didn't get knocked out. The guy, the little bitch, quit.
Yeah, of
he
course.
got up when he was 9.
He took the fight on 2 days' notice. Of course he was going to quit.
He did Daniel Dubois. That's what he did. That's what we're calling it from now on.
He's not getting pushed like Daniel Dubois, so it's not as bad. But here's how much Oscar knows what he's doing. And someone else said it earlier. He's got Jaime Munguia has a big old following now, and he's fought. The only person he's fought with a pulse beat the shit out of him,
and gave him the gift.
Triple knee. That's so mean. So true, but so mean.
Wu-Tang, Zhang, and 6. That's what I'm talking about.
I feel like he fucked up 2 careers because I wholeheartedly believe if Errol would have went against the grain, which I know is basically science fiction, because everybody at that time thought that Heyman is this fucking wizard, right? That he just, because of Floyd. At that time, that's what everybody thought. But I feel like looking back, if he would have went against the grain, he probably would have been in a better position because Cotto was a bigger star than Mikey. He was box office. So if that's your crossover fight, you really are going to cross over. And it would have been at 154 for the WBO. So you never would have got to the point to where you killing yourself to make 47. You would have got to 54 strong and young and fresh. And all of that was before the car accident. If he would have went with Oscar. Long. What?
But that would have put him in line with his boys, the Charlos. He'd been in the same class as them. Oh, you can't do that, Jules. You can't be in the same class as your. I hate that shit so much.
But that's what I'm saying. That all the decisions that were made on the behalf of a lot of these fighters, which is what I was saying for 4 to 5 years, were not made with the best interests of those fighters. It was made with the best interests of the platform, the broadcast partner, but not the fighter, because that would have been a huge fight for Spence. Cotto at 154 for the BO. That would have been huge, bro. What?
Yeah.
I think that shit would have been in New York at Yankee Stadium or in the Garden or something.
That is a crossover fight, bro. That would have been a legitimate crossover fight. And remember, Oscar offered him that after Cotto won a BO the same night as McGregor versus Mayweather. Cotto won a BO. You could have won that off of him, and that would have put you in a different trajectory than the one you was on.
That would have put you higher than.
Never gotten his ass
that would have made him a higher B side or star than Triple G was.
That's a fact.
When you think about all those decisions, when you think about the decisions, like Wilder will be lucky if he gets to fight AJ now. But that was an opportunity that was on the table for you years ago. Heyman advised you, that's Mayweather camp money. Well, he's not Mayweather, Al. What are you like? Y'all all think y'all gonna be Floyd? Is that what it is? That y'all all think, I'm gonna be like Floyd. Idiots.
And what is Floyd exactly? Someone who is such an asshole that people wanted him to lose so badly they paid in droves? Have fun being that, I suppose.
Floyd beat women and men up, so at the end of the day,
But what about Wilder's new single though? Did you see that? Did you hear that shit?
Yo,
that shit is fucked up. Fire, bro. That shit is, I hate y'all niggas. Stop that shit. I know that shit is trash.
What happened?
I fucking hate y'all niggas, man.
Bro, he don't never got a box again, bro. Or for that shit, hot fire?
No, that shit is fucking fucked.
What's hot fire?
Oh, you
heard Wilder's new single?
What happened? Say again.
Wilder's new single, bro.
Oh shit.
That shit is halfway go.
Yo, Chris, what the fuck's going on with Papoose and Remy Ma, bro? What the fuck, yo?
Remy did my man.
She violated, yo.
Nah, let's be real. That's what happens when you marry a piece of garbage. Like, you gotta be real, bro.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you marry a hood booger.
She was signed under Fat Joe, and you know how fucked up he is. So
I'm just saying, B, for her to do that, you showing your character though, because that's he really held you down and all of that. But that's what happens.
But never wipe up a hoe. And let me tell you something. Ain't that what all women want? Oh, hold me down, yada yada yada, like I hold you down. And it goes to tell you this. These women be lying. They don't want niggas to hold you down.
I'm gonna tell you, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this from an old man to a young man, right? The worst thing that a man, and this is not even just shit that motherfuckers say on podcasts. This is real jewels. You don't focus on what they want. You focus on what you want.
That's
Fuck them.
And that's why I felt he's right though.
You never post to play that game where you focus. Oh, I'm gonna give her this. No. I'm gonna be cool. You can come along, but I'm gonna be cool. That's how we do it. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be financially stable. I'm gonna have the career I want. I'm gonna live how I want. You can come along.
That's the shit I tell, bro. That's the shit I tell to all these women I'm dating. I'm 40, no kids yet, and when I have kids, it's like, look, woman, you on my fucking ride. I choose you.
I remember when I was a kid, the most common shit that the old heads used to tell me about joints is, don't listen to that bitch. That's literally all the old heads in my life. Why are you listening to bitch? You not supposed to listen to these bitches. It was three things I heard a lot when I was a kid. Don't listen to these bitches. Don't put no pussy on a pedestal, and take care of yourself. Literally, that's not podcast shit. That's real shit. That's what all the old heads that was around, like, why are you listening? Bitches just say dumb shit. You can't be listening to what bitches say. They say a bunch of dumb shit.
Because you get like here's a prime example. OG taught me. Look at when women get around each other. They always talk about bullshit. They always talking about their relationships and dumb shit. When men get together, minus sports, it's building shit. Like, how do we get better? Women get around each other and they talk about bullshit.
Look, it's not misogyny hour on Ring IQ. It's not. But what it is that, and I wholeheartedly believe this, women don't know what they want. They don't.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want a guy. They don't like a guy that love bomb them. Oh, you're the greatest. Oh my God, I'm your biggest fan. They don't like that shit, bro. They don't like that shit. So all that, I need somebody who's gonna be there for me. Yeah, that's not it.
That's not it at all.
You know what the shit that's attractive? The shit that's actually attractive is I guess a dude that don't need you. He don't need you. Like
he's shown that he has stability without you.
They like that love bombing for 4 or 5 days a month if they're on a regular cycle. That's it.
That shit, bro. Like I remember
that's the only time they like it.
Me and my wife was watching the red carpet shit with Will, right? And Will was love bombing Jada. This is before everybody knew their relationship was ass. And I looked at that dude and I'm like, something ain't right about them. That's
no, bro. Funny. Yo, funny that you bring that up, right? Will Smith had a whole Instagram post about Jada and celebrating her birthday.
I seen it. She posted Pop, bro.
Dog. I said, like, yo, at this point, you gotta fight her to the death. Somebody gotta go.
Well, it's not even that. Like,
posted a video of her and Pop on the old shit. I'm like, yo, is this real?
She's singing her song, and she's singing Will Smith's song. Ain't that a motherfucker?
And that's where me and my ex. It's crazy though, dog. Like, that's where me and my ex, like, you never posted me. I'm like, what do I need to post you for? We know what's going on with us. I'll tell you happy birthday to your face, and I'll tell you I love you and take you out. What the fuck, everybody else?
The shit. Honestly, I believe that when men compromise. See, look, man, I ain't trying to turn this into no podcast. One of them podcasts, but if you young, I'm telling you, if you young, if you want to save yourself a lot of time, if you're young, save yourself a lot of time. Don't get caught up in what no girl want. Take care of you, and the rest will follow. It's literally like that. Take care of yourself, and everything else will fall into place. Get your career shit or your shit. As long as you good on that, all that other shit is gonna follow right after that. All this shit, all these particulars that you hear girls say, they don't even mean any of that shit, bro. Do you know how much bullshit comes out of these joint mouth that don't? None of that is
bullshit.
Real. None of that is real,
like he said, first you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the woman.
Boys, let's just say this as well. Let's be honest. There are some good women out there.
Oh, there's amazing women.
There are amazing women out there, and to be fair, I'm gonna look. I would never say this, but I think my wife is one of it. From young age, I did not want to focus on myself. I said, nah, bro, girls ain't gonna waste my time on that shit. And then somehow found my missus a year down the line, got married, bro, and now we've got a good, 6-figure business going together. So you know what I mean. Focus on yourself. You find someone eventually. So you know what I mean.
But that's also a cultural difference too in terms of America and
possibly
dealing with a
no. Look. So I'm not saying that they're all bad. I'm talking about it's because it really is more of a Western thing. It does pertain more to the West, and it's like, look, all this shit that you hear people talking about on podcasts and all these things that you hear men complaining about. Let's nip it in the bud. You are mad that a lot of joints is some trash ass bitches. You wouldn't have that. You wouldn't have that to be mad about if you were where you should be. Your problem is you don't like your circumstances. You can't get the joints that you want to get, but it's not because of them. It's actually because of you. Change your circumstances to where it's not all wrong.
Yeah, you're mad, but also you mad that it takes you more to get those kind of joints where a dude doesn't need what you need to get those joints. That's the game's the game, bro.
Literally, the shit that they calling. Listen, the shit they calling those.
Are those sour cream and onion? Are those sour cream and onion lays? Motherfucker.
The shit that can I say that for all the slut shaming that they do, right? This is my thing. Why would I care what a slut thinks? She don't believe in the family? Who fucking cares,
Who
bro?
cares, bro? Who made them?
You know what it is too, though? A lot of these dudes want to fucking wife up the slut.
That's the problem. What it is. That's what I'm trying to. Like, yo, dog, why would I be sat around? She's on OnlyFans. I don't care. I don't want shit that she got. Your problem is you do. That's your problem. If you sitting around mad at these whores because they whores, that's because you want them. Not because
imagine the funny thing is there'll be bitches on the podcast and they'll swear at them, they'll say fish lips and cuss them out. But then what would they do afterwards? Once the live finishes, they'll go onto their OnlyFans and fucking jack off and pay them money.
You know what I'm trying to tell you? Like, why would you be mad at a bitch? Oh, she's on OnlyFans and that's
like I will never. That's my thing. Like how
morals are, bro. I don't want. That. Okay.
I was raised out here in the Bay Area around a bunch of pit. Like I will never knock a working girl's hustle. Do you, baby?
Jules. So like, if you could give advice to young men watching, what should they look for in a woman that they could like settle down with? Like, what are things that you should prioritize in a woman?
You honestly, you really want to know what? Why are you trying to finish my sentences for me? Are we the Olsen twins? Took my fucking word. You knew I was gonna say character. He fucking takes my word. What I was gonna tell you is you have to look for character. And no, most people don't have it. Most women don't have character. If you, I'm telling, like, look, right? For example, the same way you hear it said that, somebody that goes to the gym, you know that they have certain character strengths because it's not something that you can buy. A physique is not something that you can buy. You have to work at it, right? Women are the same way. That you have to see her capacity for compassion. And a lot of women actually, believe it or not, they don't have that. The capacity for compassion. Are you morally upright? What can you teach a child? I don't want to sound like that guy, but yes, there are women out there that are good women, that they're good, right? But if all you're going to do is talk about the sluts, bro, you don't want a good woman. You just want a nice body.
Yeah.
You don't want a good woman. You just want a joint that got a body that gets your dick hard.
You just
That's really what you want a whore. And to those men, I would say, listen, to those men, I'll keep it a beam with everybody. Listen, if you don't want to deal with the drag of relationships, it's hoes on the track up and down Roosevelt in New York. You better off. Honestly,
I got a partner. I got an older partner that got divorced twice. After his second divorce, he's like, "This is how much it costs to date regular joints and get pussy. I'm gonna have these two escorts.
Math, Drew.
I'm gonna have these two escorts I see 3 or 4 times a month for about $1,500, and save more money and get what the fuck I want and not have that headache."
I'm telling you right now that, believe it or not, and I know it's gonna sound crazy. It sounds crazy. You will come out spending more money in a relationship than if you just minimize. What do you really want? You just want to bust a nut, and you want a little bit of gratitude. Or if if you fucking with them escorts and all the weirdos they got to deal with, they might appreciate you more than some narcissistic bitch in a relationship. Yes, because as long as you're polite. The dynamic needs to change. Of what do you really want? You want a relationship, or you just want to bust a nut?
Because relationships are fucking work. Right, like relationships.
One second. Hold on. I mean, there's one time. This was like the best quote I ever heard in the TV show. It was Daredevil and Wilson Fisk. He said, "A woman that could be bought isn't worth having."
I mean, yeah, like.
But nobody wants to have a whore, bro.
It's not that. Better to deal with the escort because y'all know what y'all want than being in a relationship with a woman that don't know what she want. At least with the escort, you know where you stand. And I'm not even capping like, yeah, do that. I know people that's like that. Yeah, they don't waste time. Like, I don't have time to be doing all the shit, and I don't feel like it anyway because most of these bitches ain't worth it. And my man back home in New York, like, yeah, like I just want a blowjob. I don't want all that extra shit.
Like you don't pay a hoe to fuck you. You pay her to leave.
I mean, literally, that's the saying.
I don't want to deal with the bitch. I don't want to deal with the bitch's feelings that change every other day.
The goal of a relationship has to be two people that want to come together and make a family. I don't want this to be one of them weirdo podcasts where motherfuckers always saying that shit. But I'm like, yo, the dudes that are complaining about those kind of women, what's not being said is you're a loser.
Exactly.
You're a fucking loser, bro. Why the fuck would I care about some random bitch showing her asshole to people on? I don't care. What the fuck that got to do with me? That's none of my business.
My OGs grew me because I grew up around a lot of pimps. My OGs grew me. A woman's always going to go for the bigger, better deal. You can never hate on that. You can never hate on that. And these dudes that be on these, even Andrew Tate to a degree, they bitch about women like, bro, that's the game. They're always going to go for better.
It's never been different. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like, do you think it was ever? Because it's never been different. They will better deal you the first chance they get. That's why you cannot focus on what they want. That's like all the old has. I swear to God, on God, that's what you can't try to be jumping through hoops and putting shit on a pedestal. You can't focus on what they want. You got to focus on what you want because they're indecisive. They don't even fucking know what they want to eat.
You know what's funny? They'll create more hoops for you to jump through because they bored.
That's what I'm trying. Like to me, like if you know what your career aspirations and things like that, because you have to have a direction. And I think that, look, even I'm guilty of this. When I was in my 20s, I didn't have direction, right? So get direction. What the fuck do you want to do, bro? Do you want to work for somebody? Is there a certain field you want to be in? Is it something you want to do? That has to be the centerpiece of everything else that's going on in your life. And if you actually have that, believe it or not, yeah, you'll be straight. Everything else will fall into place. Everything will be as it should be. If you know what you want.
Jules,
everything will be straight unless you're gay.
Well, yeah, Jules, I'd much rather lay in trash and then wonder why I smell bad. I'd much rather do that than
Yeah.
No, and I'll tell you, I'll give you some more game. Some of them high-end escorts, bro, they're fucking cleaner and safer than these fucking hood boogers that are going on dinner dates for $200-$300 every day.
You know what the disconnect is, Drew? That they look at the hood boogers like, oh, y'all bitches is fucking for money, as opposed to the bitches you fucking. Some of them bitches ain't even fucking for money. They're fucking for free.
You see these hood boogers that these dudes lust over. I'm like, you see the kind of guys they fucking with any fat dude with bread. Like at least the high-end escorts, they clean as fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all I'm saying is like, yo, women are indecisive enough by themselves. Focus on what you want. You be decisive. You be direct. You go after the shit you want. Because what I see, the focus is, oh, it's losers that are complaining. It has to be because, bro, if you busting nuts, I don't see why I would be concerned with some random bitch showing her butthole on Only. Well, what the fuck does that have to do with me?
There goes Joe. Joe's coming into the ring.
I gotta smoke a cigarette for this.
They're mad at whores doing horse shit.
Instead of paying them no mind and focusing on themselves, which is what they should be doing.
No, why would girls want to pay attention to them anyways? What are you doing with your life for them to pay attention to you? What, playing games, jerking up, being on the road, or being a roadman selling drugs? What are you doing with your life for them to?
It's social media bums getting mad at social media whores, and the social media whores laughing at the social media bums. Like, that's all it is. And meanwhile, normal people are doing their normal people shit.
Exactly, bro. Same, bro. Same shit, just a different toilet.
That doesn't flush.
I don't think Joe coming in at 281 was a good idea, man.
I don't know what they're thinking, man.
I don't know what else he could have done because he
What's
tried
the game
losing weight
plan?
to get faster and didn't work. So get heavy and hope your shots actually hurt Zhang this time. You know what I hate? I hate chill walkout music. Don't do I do what you want, I guess, but also don't do that. Get something that pumps people up, you dork. What's with this chill shit?
Joe Joyce is slow, bro. I don't know. He's like a robot going at 0.5 miles an hour.
Yeah, he's slow mo. He's slow mo Jones, man.
My name is Slowpoke Rodriguez, and I am the slowest mouse in all of Mexico. I don't remember that guy.
Yep, Slowpoke Rodriguez. That was Speedy's cousin.
Yeah, we already knew.
Hey, but you know what? You gotta watch. You gotta watch it with Slowpoke because he packs, dude. He carries a gun.
Let Leo go. Go, Leo.
Okay, we already knew that Joe Joyce was slow. That Joe Joyce doesn't have any head movement whatsoever. But we operate up under the impression that Joe Joyce packs a punch and he can take a punch. Apparently, to a certain level. I don't know how much he can change in 5 fucking months. Really.
I don't either.
And it's Georgie. We are talking about seeing Zhang, the Chinese man, being an old guy. Dude, this guy is like 2 years younger than him. Like what the?
Here comes Zhang.
The guy is old also.
No, but I see something in. I think Joe Joyce is gonna win this time. I don't know. I have that feeling. I was thinking all along, Zhang again by knockout. Zhang is gonna knock him out again, but I don't know. I think it's gonna go 7, 8 rounds.
Well, I'm telling you, man,
Zhang is gonna get tired. I think
Zhang is gonna unleash that Kung Pao left hand, and man, Joe's gonna get it.
Listen, Zhang got that dog in him, that he had for breakfast this morning, but.
Hey, that's Korean.
Oh, you cold on that one, man.
Yeah.
But hang on, that's the second-hand jitters. That's second-hand jitters talking. If you think Zhang's going to lose, that's you going, oh man, like I was so sure, but what if I'm wrong? Don't do that. We know exactly what's going to happen.
I thought, I picked Joe Joyce at first, anyways. But obviously I was wrong. Hopefully, I'm not wrong this time. But I don't know what I want.
A lot of us picked Joe Joyce to win the first time because we saw the Forrest fight, and then we saw the Hrgovic fight where, yeah, he was doing really well, and I thought he won, but then he kind of faltered in the end. And we were all thinking, well, if he can't get the Juggernaut out there early, Juggernaut's going to Juggernaut. Well, he got him out there early and made it look easy.
Yeah, that's the part that he made it look easy. That he didn't. It's not like Zhang was gliding around the ring and he had sparkles around him. He was just countering him. That's it.
It's just with Joe went.
You know what's funny?
I mean, when Joe went wrong, it's just he kept using his face to block Zhang punches. But yeah, that's it.
This has to be said. Like Jules was saying, back to what we were talking about. This is the first era where too many men are paying attention to the whores. You go back to all these other empires, the Wild West. The whores were at the saloon. Cowboys didn't give a fuck. Bitch, get the fuck out of here.
They acting
You're
like
here when I call you.
Acting like hoeing is a millennial trade. That is the oldest profession in the history of professions. They've been selling pussy, man.
The harems, like in Game of Thrones, dude that had all the whores. The soldiers went to see the whores when it's time to see the whores.
And the shit is the reason that I know that those podcasts and that entire red pill kind of thing, right? All of that is to make losers feel better about being losers. It is because Brody, if you taking care of yourself, you fit, you taking care of yourself in the gym, your money straight, you gonna get laid. Pussy is not hard. Like, bruh, it's no. Like, especially not these days.
No.
So if you straight, you not gonna be complete. These women are whores. Like what?
Jules, you know what?
You know what's
think
crazy?
Jules,
Jules, go
let me
to
say
all
this.
the you watch all the Western
Like,
movies, all the Wild West culture. They love the whores. Whores, you stay over here. When we're done gunslinging, doing our shit, we'll come hang out with you.
Yeah, like like it's a place. Look, they try to act like it ain't no place in this world for these whores, bro. It's a place in this world for them. It is. It is. And what you mad at is you not where you want to be to have things your way, and you're blaming them. They life path is different than yours. Don't worry about. Well, you're gonna regret it. When I don't give a fuck what you're doing. Why the fuck would I care? If you regret the decisions I don't
Jules,
care.
let me just say this. I think,
No.
Leo, just give me a second.
Okay.
I just want to say this. Look, I feel sorry for these fucking fuckers who watch the red pill community nonsense, because I think they're being grifted, bro. And these people that make the podcast, how many fucking episodes do you need to make to say that hoes are bad or women are sluts?
Yeah, like
Okay, you
they're
get how many?
recycling. They're recycling the same material. It's like, okay, so you saying that it's bad for a girl to be on OnlyFans. Guess what? This is the problem that you have that you don't want. This is the problem that these guys don't understand.
Check out Zhang. He meditating in the corner, man.
Right.
Joyce
This the thing.
is fat.
Shut the fuck up. I'm talking. Unless you're gonna make up the bread that you expect her to give up because of all your fucking moral authority, right? Shut the fuck up. It's simple. Do you want to be the financier? You want to be the sugar daddy? Nah, right? You can't handle that financial burden. So don't worry about that. Focus on what you can control. You cannot control the world. You can control yourself, but not the world, bro. If she a whore, let her be a whore.
Even Jesus hung out with the whores.
Wait. Do you know where this outrage comes? This began when whores stopped having pimps. When whores became independent, men start to complain that, dude, these women been fucking whores their whole life, generation after generation. But when they don't have a pimp, oh, you're mad now.
Now it's a problem. Now
here we go.
Here we go.
Let's fucking go, Zhang. Okay, USA.
Okay, USA. Zhang coming out the center of the ring. Coming out the center of the ring. Seeing Joe probing with the jab. They're fencing.
Fucking man's half an hour delayed again.
Joe
already.
Joe being careful. Joe being careful. He being careful.
He's careful this fight.
Oh yeah, because he was getting hit too much last fight.
Come on, Zhang. The straight left is there for you. The straight left is right
left
there.
hand. It landed on the chest though. It didn't land. It didn't land flush. He
was fainting.
Went for it though.
Zhang's hand speed is still so much faster. I can see it already.
I
don't know where you guys are at. I'm at 210 and counting in the first round. Where are you guys at?
205.
235.
I'm way behind you guys. Yeah, I'm at 235 as well.
So what I think Joe wants is he wants to survive these early rounds, so he's fencing and being careful. He's not blowing his load and trying for stupid shots. He wants to take Zhang the distance. He wants to get him into those later rounds.
Good left shot by Zhang right there.
He wants to tire Zhang probably tire him.
Good left hand. That was a good left hand.
But like Jules said, the only way he could tire Zhang is punch and clinch. If he lets Zhang on the outside, Zhang's not expending no energy.
Yeah, Zhang's not doing a lot. It's not like Zhang is trying for dumb shots. That's three left hands in this round. I don't know if I should score this. I don't know if I should score this.
Zhang.
Yeah, he's going to Joe's body already, man.
Who's winning the round, really? I mean,
the thing is,
Zhang is landed.
To me, Zhang is winning because he tried for three backhands and landed three backhands.
Joe working on this little heavyweight shoulder roll, dipping to his right.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Zhang because he's landing his shots. What he's landing.
I feel like Zhang landed three backhands. He tried for four. He landed three. I don't see what Joe is doing to win the round. You just fencing. You didn't land nothing.
Oh God, he's slow, bro. He is so slow.
Another shot to the body.
With a rude hand. Pity pat with the lead
Hey,
hand.
he is not slow. He is methodical.
If you want to call it that.
Joe has not landed a single punch this round.
He hasn't.
He's not slow. You lot are just too fast for him.
Now let me ask you: when you're scoring, Jules, if no fighter lands a punch in the round, it's all fencing. Who do you give the round to?
Whoever's coming forward. Whoever's coming forward and trying for more punches. If nobody landed nothing big, but the guy is still showing more and trying for more, then I'll give it to him.
So you go to whoever the ring general is that round.
Yeah, because just because you make him miss, unless you made him pay, you didn't do anything.
Yeah.
This is all about who's landing punches or who's trying to land punches. That's what it's all about.
I actually like how Joyce looked in the first round. I like his footwork and his
this is not a marathon. You run around rings. Around the ring
what
doesn't make you win.
matters most to you when they're not landing? The effective aggression or the ring general?
Well, if nobody's landing, then effective aggression is ruled out. So then what I look at is output. Who's fighting? Who's trying to fight? Who's retreating? Whose back is at the center of the ring versus whose back is on the ropes? That's what I'll look at. If nobody is landing.
What I can see, Zhang could take it to Joyce if he wants. He really could. I mean,
I gave that round to Zhang. But you know, this a Frank Warren show, bro.
We all know. Yeah, we all know who won the round. We all know.
I gave it to Joyce.
There is a Chinese judge though.
Joyce didn't land a punch in that round, bro.
No, but I thought he was moving his legs very well. Wasn't letting Zhang get off. It wasn't letting him get set.
But Zhang
his jab looked great.
He landed 3 backhands.
Not substantial ones.
I don't. Yeah,
there's still punches landed.
Because if you land 3,
Joe landed any punches?
So if you land 3 okay shots versus who's the ring general, me personally, this is.
You're not the ring general if you're getting hit and the other guy isn't getting hit.
I think Joe's circling him very well.
The first criteria is landing a punch. If you land no punches, and another guy did. How does?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, clearly, Joe doesn't want to pressure the guy, which is smart on him. It is. That's smart. Now he's trying for shots. He tried for a jab to the body, looking to roll the punches off the shoulder.
He's trying to counterpunch the counterpuncher.
My thing is,
there he goes with a nice 1-2 combo.
Nice 1-2. Yeah, that was nice. Okay.
My
Joyce
thing is,
Slickster is certainly a strategy. Not sure it's a
how
good
do you
one.
get Zhang?
Oh, there we go. Another 1-2.
How do you get Zhang to the deep rounds if you're not making him work?
That's the thing that what's smart about Zhang is it's not like he was doing dumb shit. He was just catching and shooting before. It's not like he was blowing his load. He was just catching and shooting, being patient. Now Joe is being more poised here, but he's still getting hit.
He's getting backed up too. He's getting backed up a little too.
Yeah, he's not
on the side of his face already.
He's not coming forward much.
He's not on the front foot. Joe's fighting off the back foot.
Yep.
Oh! Kung Pao!
Bang, bang, baby!
Kung Pao!
Yeah!
Oh shit! Joe get touched up now. He get pieced up now. Zhang won this round for sure.
Yo, you still got him winning a round?
He do look like the ring general though. Like the ring generalship forward.
And with this fancy shit, yo, these are heavyweights, B. We here to go to the hospital.
See that weight game, bro.
I'll be transparent. I took an edible and it's starting to kick in, so I think that's what that was.
That's exactly what that was.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I'm being definitely serious.
Chinese power, y'all. Chinese power.
The Kung Pao.
Hell yeah! I'm telling you, man.
The way Zhang's moving him around, Zhang's the stronger guy too.
Snappier punches. It makes a difference. He's got the snappier punches.
Zhang looks like
the wing.
Just the way they were in the clinch right now, and the way he just moved Joe down.
Zhang is Chinese.
Oh, another straight left.
Oh! Joe's getting lit up. Joe getting lit up.
God.
Oh shit! He getting lit up, man. Eat them punches.
And he's not taking them well.
Yo, he fucked Joe up that round.
He's not taking them well. 2-0.
No, he's not. He's not. Hey, Sawab, how's wait. What's it? Hey, Sawab, how's that feeling going still?
Man, I could care less, but I just like Joe Joyce. He's a nice guy.
We clearly need more rematches in boxing because clearly the first fight is never indicative of how all fights between these fuckers would go.
Your sarcasm knows no bounds.
But hey, Joe's he's hanging on, you know. He's still in the fight now. It's only the second round.
Frank is already concerned. Joe don't look too happy.
Joe don't look too happy
about that motherfucker.
Joe ain't looking too happy right now, man. He looks a little like, you know.
He looks a little discouraged.
What did
yes,
I
he
tell
does.
you, man?
He doesn't know what to do.
I don't know if Joe Joyce is in the fight. He's in the ring. I give you
what
that.
What are we doing?
He's in the ring. He didn't fight, Leo. He's in ring. He definitely in ring.
What are we doing? Get your handlers out the ring, Zach.
I think Joe's a little worried. He's a little concerned.
Hey, Joe didn't even get off his stool yet, bro. His body language.
I think
he's taking a long ass time, dude.
I thought that 25 pounds was gonna put some muscle on them punches.
No, it just put fat.
The thing is, if it were muscle, you know, but it's just fats which are slowing you down. It doesn't add anything. The most I thought is, you know what? Maybe you want more weight to be behind the shots, but you're gonna give up even more speed.
Joe needed to work on quick twitch muscles. He never did, and now this is the result of it.
Because he can't. He's 40. He can't improve physically anymore.
At all, bro.
But I think that Joe did the right thing with the weight, though. Like, he's never gonna be fast, though. Like, I get it. He's just slower now, but he's just never gonna have the speed. So he's just limited.
How is Joe Joyce?
Nice Zhang. Oh, here comes Zhang.
Well, look, Joe's trying to take it to him now. Joe's trying to take it to him.
All right.
He's fainting. He's trying. Oh, good. Oh, good right hook. Good backhand. You want to dance, bitch?
Ooh, nice. Zhang to the body.
Nah, good shot to the body. Joe felt that one.
Ooh. Here comes the Chinaman.
Does it look like anything's on Joe's punches, though? He's not.
No, not really. And Zhang is deflecting a lot of punches off his gloves, man. He's not getting hit very much.
Oh, Wing Chun defense. I told you guys.
Zhang has some snappy punches.
Another good backhand.
Okay, USA. Let's go.
USA.
Oh, God, Joe's getting hit now.
Shit.
Oh, shit, he's getting fucked up. Oh, left hand. Oh, body. Oh, shit. He's getting fucked up. Oh, another left hand.
Oh.
So I got Joyce up 3 rounds to nothing.
Yeah, I got it 3. Too good.
Man, I think my mid-round, mid-fight stoppage prediction might be correct.
Not looking good for Joe.
Oh, yeah, Joe ain't looking too hot right now, man. I don't know, dude. He just ain't. He getting pieced up.
There's a little bit too much teriyaki in that chicken.
Japanese, you racist prick.
Hey, man, teriyaki is Japanese, actually, man.
It's all kung pao, bro. It's all kung pao.
Zhang is serving up some fried rice, extra soy.
For real.
Nah, the fact that Jules said teriyaki.
Too much soy sauce, not enough barbecue.
The fact that it's Japanese made it even fucking funny.
Oh! Good night, Joe! Good night, Joe! Good fucking night, Joe! Good night, Joe!
Bang, fucking bang, baby!
Oh! KO! I told you! Oh!
You put him to sleep?
Yeah, he knocked his ass out!
Oh, shit! 3 rounds!
He KO! He unleashed the Kung Pao, man! I'm telling you!
Shit.
Wow!
Shit, he went to sleep.
Oh,
that was a right hand on the jaw. He never saw coming, man.
You know, it was down the middle. I wasn't sure, but I went with Zhang. I'm glad I did.
Didn't you?
That was a beautiful right hook, and Joe was wide open for that.
backhand behind the right
Didn't
hook.
you say that?
Yeah.
Son, Zane.
And he caught Joe flush on the jaw, dude. Joe never saw that coming.
Oh, to beat Chinese. Oh my
wow.
God.
Was that 4 rounds? Was that just 4 rounds? Was that only 4 rounds?
Three.
Oh my
Good.
God.
Oh my. Oh man.
I've never been so proud to beat Chinese. Oh my God.
Dude, Joe was on the ground like he was literally holding a pillow. Like it
It-
literally
it's-
felt like he was.
Yo, hey y'all.
Really slapped him like that?
I'm gonna tell you right
fucking
now.
Crazy.
Tyson Fury don't want no fucking.
He don't want, I'm telling you that, yo, he's not gonna fight a guy like this voluntarily. It's all wrong. If Otto Wallin sliced you up, what would this fucking guy do to you?
They're gonna throw Zhang to fucking Usyk.
I think this is this result.
Give me Zhang Usyk. I don't give a fuck.
1 second. 1 second. I think this result is good for the development of Usyk Fury because now there's one less throwaway Frank Warren heavyweight that they can.
Yes.
So it's actually very good news that
Oh, China!
Well, y'all, there's no debate about it now. Zhang's got Joyce's number. Ain't no doubt about the shit now.
Did you guys see Joyce fall like he was?
It was the communism that won the fight.
Get out of here, Jules.
I fucking love you.
It was the communism.
Watch this. Bow! Right there.
It was the Mao Zedong punch, bro. The Mao Zedong.
Yeah, man. Whew.
Oh my God, bro.
Look
You
at
see,
Frank Warren.
you see what I was talking about? Bring over the backhand. It doesn't have to land, but follow it with the right hook. That'll finish him.
When I asked you what would you tell Zhang in the corner, that's what you said.
That's what I said, bro. Gotta love the communism, bro. Shout out to communism.
Yeah, okay, I gotta say, y'all, if you guys got fellas,
real quick. Reyes just said he heard Dubois just quit while watching that at home.
Bro, that dude seen that shit and took a knee in the living room. Like,
guys, like I know fellas, like I know most of us pick Zhang. I didn't see him knocking out Joyce like that early. I didn't see that. I didn't see it like.
Listen, bro. That's fucked up, man. Because he got cold.
He got cold slept.
What happened to the Juggernaut's jaw, bro? He cracked it open.
All the shit is that you cannot. If you develop a reputation for having a cast iron jaw, that means you're getting hit too much.
Too much. That's
bro,
it.
He literally went to bed, bro. Look, he put his hand on the. He went to bed.
See this granite chin thing. It could work. It could work until it doesn't. That's it.
I mean that's what having a chin is. It's like it's gonna work for a while,
but when they won't,
until it don't. Shout out to Jonathan. They have Joe's trainer named Ishmael Salad. Can
I just say, do you see the Asian dominance in boxing lately?
I fucking love it, bro. I've never been so proud to be. I've never been this proud to be Asian. Shout out to Rick Star, my Asian brother, that says there are gonna be a line of transport trucks in China like Mack trucks. Gonna be named Bang Zhang trucks now. Yeah, man. Toyin says Zhang understood the assignment and took it out of the judge's hands.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Good night, Joe.
That's it.
Yeah.
Great. What does Joe do now, y'all? What's Joe do now?
They did say that they knew they can't let it go to the cards because they saw they had Joe up and it couldn't be reconciled to me.
Bro, the nigga sleeping on his face, B. The nigga really sleeping on his
He put his hand on his pillow. He's sleeping on his glove.
Look at him, man. He's sitting on the stool right now. Like, what the fuck happened?
He took a classroom nap, bro. You remember the classroom nap?
Yeah.
Classroom nap and shit, bro. That's
crazy. Joe's career is over.
Wait.
Joe's career is over, my nigga.
Joe's done. He might be done. It's gonna be a long road back, bro. It's gonna be a long road back.
That guy is not Ismael Salas. He's too tall. No, that's not.
Yo, listen, man. Shout out to Zhang, man. Shout out. He did it for us 40-year-olds, bro. That we still strong. We still believe in things. Shout out to Zhang.
I'm definitely a fan of Zhang, man. That's for sure.
Imagine Zhang becomes the undisputed champion of the world, bro.
I'm not mad at that because something needs to change.
It does.
I'm not mad at that. Something needs to change. Like the way the heavyweight division is now, it's getting quiet. People are frustrated. You need somebody to shake shit up. Like
I gotta go back and watch that. I gotta go back. I gotta go back and watch that knockout again. I gotta see that again.
That was a beautiful shot, though, man. I mean,
that was a piece of a shot. He was done. Like he just got disconnected off that shot.
Dude, he was gonna hit him with the kung pao and tricked him with the beef and broccoli. Man, came over and pow.
You know what? In honor of Zhang, I'm going out buying some Chinese food tonight for dinner, man.
Do you know that I literally have Chinese food on the way for the next part?
Nice. Hey, that's an omen, Jules. That's an omen.
My man Zhang fight chicken lo mein on deck, B. It's literally on the way.
Jules. Wait, everybody's ordering Chinese food, and Drew's they're calling a fucking Chinese bro.
Somebody need to check on Frank. Yo, somebody need to check on Frank, y'all. Somebody needs to check on him.
I did it, but Joe.
Oh, hey, Zhang just said it was. He just said it was going to end sooner than the first fight, and he did it. He got his translator with him. Speak your language, Zhang.
Whose mic is that, man? You trying to get me in trouble?
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I ain't trying to get you in trouble, man.
No, we trying to get you in trouble, Shirley.
No, I'm not.
I want to know how Joyce only landed 6 punches. Like, just throw it more than 6.
He's slow.
That's really fucked up.
He'll be back though. Believe it or not, he'll be back. It's 2 losses, but to the same guy.
Yeah,
it's 2 losses, but to the same guy. If you keep him away from southpaws and counterpunchers, he can still win fights. You know, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to be.
Anyone who has speed,
and that's not a lot of guys. That's not a lot of guys. Like it's not like you could probably
about the elite upper crust of heavyweights, bro. There's some motherfucking Joe Joyce's career at the highest level is fucking numbered. Let's stop the dumb shit, man.
No, I mean it's done, bro. Like it's done. Like.
And do you think he's gonna want to become a
Joyce versus Makhmudov? Joyce versus Makhmudov.
Makhmudov puts him the fuck to sleep.
You think Makhmudov gets him? You think he gets him?
Joyce versus Anderson. Jaron Anderson versus Joe Joyce.
Anderson don't start. See, I know what the fuck you're doing, Chris. You trying to run interference. Anderson is fish food, bro. If you going through all that with Charles Martin,
for real,
bro, you gotta go through all that with Charles Martin.
Hey, he just asked the crowd, do you want to see me shut Tyson Fury up?
Time out, everybody. Who hits harder and faster? Charles Martin or Joe Joyce? Stop that shit, bro.
What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Joe Joyce is.
I mean, what's funny was the thing about Jaron Anderson. Like after he had the scare with Charles Martin, that's when he changed his priorities. After that fight with Charles Martin, he learned, you know what? This shit is too hard. This shit is harder than I thought it would be.
I love those communism punches, bro.
You got those communism. Bro, he put him to sleep, my nigga.
Yo, he took a college nap, bro.
Hey, Jules. Hey, Jules. Zhang just said, ask the crowd, do you want to see me shut Tyson Fury up?
I do.
Me too. Oh, yeah, I do. But hey, guess what? Guess what? Tyson Fury won't give us that chance, though. That's the problem,
bro. He will not fight this dude.
He won't. He won't
not fight this dude.
Bro, and I understand that because Tyson Fury is one of them like dudes that never got attention, and now he's just hogging up all the attention because people don't really like him, bro. So at the end of the day, he needs that title to keep relevance.
He does. Otherwise, he would have gave it up. Otherwise, for all the shit he's saying. He won't give it up because if people feel, he's really done with boxing, they're not gonna give a fuck about you fucking Ngannou and none of that bullshit.
And no more money because let's really keep it a buck with you.
I mean, let's just say Fury chose the fight. Even if he lost, okay, you can still do the Ngannou fight afterwards. Hey, so what's the big deal?
The fans fucking win, man.
The fans won, Michael.
Y'all saw that shit, man.
We won, bro.
Bro,
he
fucking won, bro.
Get Joe Joyce out.
Yeah, we won big time, man.
You can't be a boxer. You build your name off of disrespecting other boxers, bro. You ain't shit.
Yo, shout out to see Michael with the memory, bro.
Get fucking Joe Joyce out of here, man. His last 5 fights, they were trying to build him up, talking about, oh man,
he was talking shit about AJ, all that other good shit.
Frank Warren was like, yo,
but
Yo, I bet you Teddy Atlas. I bet you Teddy Atlas, because remember, Teddy Atlas was the dude that likened this man to George Foreman.
Atlas has become a cornball, bro. He's been a cornball.
Yo, Atlas,
Atlas has become more known for his MMA takes now than his boxing takes.
Honestly, yes. And I don't even. Yo, I gotta ask Drew. No, he still has it, but he mostly covers MMA. Drew, is his MMA takes good? Because I wouldn't know.
His MMA takes are all chalk. He always goes with the favorites.
Wow, there it is. So he ain't no Strickland. So he ain't no Sean. He ain't no Strickland was gonna do that. He ain't know that. He ain't see
Here
that.
you go with the excuses, Jules. Oh, Joe's face wasn't healed, or he wasn't there. He wasn't right.
Bro, none of, and it's the shit that has. I'm gonna say it now. I'm gonna say it tomorrow on the weekend recap, but I'll say it here and now. That had nothing to do with the cut because he wasn't cut. That's a shot that landed flush. He followed up the backhand. The adjustment that he made was simple. He followed up the backhand with the right hook. Simple. Before he's just popping him with the right hook and getting on the jab. This time, like, yo, if I daze him with the right hook with the backhand, I'm gonna follow it up. Simple.
I can't wait to go on. I can't wait to go on Twitter and say the Asians are beating the brothers without the steroids.
Yo, I fucking hate you. I fucking hate.
Oh, man, we don't do that.
Don't sleep on them. Bro, you know how much shit people talk about Asian
triad flow out here, bro. It's triad flow out here, B.
The yellow man showing what it is in boxing this year, yo.
Trying to tell you.
I mean, yeah, Zhang beat Joyce, Inoue beat Fulton, and that one Korean dude beat Roy Jones Jr. in the Olympics, as we saw.
Nah,
totally
don't bring up that Korean dude in Roy Jones Jr. That shit still bothered me, and I wasn't even born in 1988, bro.
Yo, he decked the shit out of Joe. That's cool. Yo,
that shit was beautiful.
He decked the shit like that's all I could like. Yo, he decked the shit out of him, B.
Yo, bro, we knew this though. We knew this guy.
Y'all know those old video games. That's when Joe got hit. Like
the only thing Zhang had to say was say, "Go home and be a family man."
Bro,
like
Street Fighter, the copper box, bro. That's how many people there were there. There were hella empty seats.
There was who was from China on Street Fighter 2.
Meng Feng Long, because Ryu was from Japan, and if you see any
China, right?
Chang Li was from China, and Fei Long was from China.
And Honda and Ryu.
Honda's a sumo wrestler. Honda's from Japan. He's a sumo wrestler.
Yo, that's a bad knockout, bro.
Is there another fight happening in the ring?
Karma was wilding though. Like she said, "Oh my God, Joyce is down." I think that was crazy, man.
Well, she really wanted him to win. That's probably why.
I just hope someone could send Bomac some Cheetos for his commissary.
Yo, send me his address, bro. I'll send him some commissary.
Is there another fight happening?
Yes, tonight, bro.
No, I'm talking about right now.
In the ring.
No, it can't be. It's only 6 o'clock.
Nigga, they're announcing a fight right now.
Oh, you know, look. I'm gonna jump off right now, right? Because I'm coming back for Zepeda versus Chong. So I'm gonna jump off. I'm yeah. I said Zepeda versus Chong.
This dumbass nigga,
man. Yo, look, I'm gonna jump off right now. I'm gonna come back. I swear.
I gotta ask you a question before you get off though. Yo, do you think Bomac running a Jack in prison? You think he running the phones?
I think bro, be real, because they gonna set it on Bomac over there, B. Yo, listen.
I think Bomac fucking niggas up, bro.
I think he'll tear through a UK prison if I gotta keep it a B. Listen,
I think Bomac's already dropped about 20-30 pounds.
Yeah, that might be the best thing that ever happened to him. He might come out. He might come out looking like Tukey, bro. You never know.
Tukey Bomac.
Yo, how much?
He might come out looking like Tukey.
How much is a bag of Cheetos in prison?
I mean, it's a UK prison. Do they even have Cheetos?
Does it cost Mentos? Does it cost a couple Mentos? Or
I'll send him some Newports, bro. Just holler at me. Send me his address, bro.
I heard cigarettes are currency in prison. So that's what I heard. So
that's crazy.